Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey. Hello. Where do I begin? How about right here?
All right.
I'll start right here. Everybody sleep all right last night?
No.
House was rattling.
Yeah.
Couple times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised I didn't hear the pitter-patter of little feet running to my bed. They know better.
I was expecting to hear.
Say what?
I was expecting to hear some screams. My son is terrified of storms, and I was fully expecting to hear him start crying or wake up and feel him next to me in bed.
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. It's all those drugs. I mean, it must have been sound asleep.
Well, Benadryl, huh? Sleep through anything.
This is grape juice.
You didn't hear anything?
Dude, the frogs are so loud that it covers some thunder.
You need to move out of the swamp.
You got to be.
Dude,
that is the craziest thing
like
you've ever
like
said.
a Disney film. I mean, at night, around like 8 o'clock, I mean, you got to turn the TV up. It's so
Were there frogs sleeping on your head? Because, dude, the storm last night trumped everything.
I know it sounds silly.
It is silly. It is silly.
I live in like Frog Swamp or something.
It's crazy that you drive from Baton Rouge every day to come up here because that's insanity.
What, down there by the bayou?
It was so loud that at some point I turn to Mallory and I go, does this happen for the entire summer and I just forgot it, or is it a seasonal thing and this stops after like a few weeks of this? Because it was so loud that the dog would hear something, she would hear the thunder and get kind of freaked out. We wouldn't even hear the thunder.
Do you get used to it?
I suppose. I mean, I slept right through it last night. It's so loud though, I had to turn the television up.
Huh. Oh man,
it's crazy.
These were thunderclaps that were rattling the house.
Oh yeah.
Mine was I got all those big tall trees in the backyard, and I'm just waiting for one of them to come down on the house. So I was just watching the treetops just going. It was crazy.
I think it's time for you to move.
You think? I'm okay with it.
Anytime there's a storm.
Oh.
All right, Burton family, get your helmets on.
That's
because
it. Yeah,
could
we
be
just have helmets
this could be the one.
All spring we just have helmets next to the bed.
This could be the one where a tree goes right through the house.
I just sent out a text. Helmets on.
Yeah, and in your backyard. I mean, you back up to the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Is it one of those trees you're expecting to come down?
No, there's 3 or 4 of them that are in my yard, and they're just super, super tall and very old. And I've had them looked at, and overall their health is fine. So I don't want to just take them down. That would suck, for many reasons.
Yeah.
But when the treetops start swaying like last night, I get worried big time. Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah, it was quite a storm.
Yeah, it was.
Last night.
Yeah, it was.
We're supposed to get how many inches of rain over the next couple of days? Like
It's
5
3,
inches?
Yeah,
3 to 5.
I've seen 3 to 5.
Yeah. Yep.
Great.
It's that time of year.
Yeah.
Happy May, guys.
Yeah, you too, man.
Happy May.
You too.
It's May. Today, May 1st.
Yeah, the showers are supposed to be from yesterday. Flowers are supposed to be today.
I'm looking
They're
for
blooming.
some flowers.
3 to 5 inches of flowers today.
So do you want to know what to look forward to in
Yeah,
May?
of course.
The Billboard Music Awards are tonight. You guys coming over? I'm making my Billboard Music Awards hummus.
Oh, really?
Love that.
It's, I theme it out.
Yeah. It's once a year. Get it while you can. It's like the Beaujolais.
Guys, Kelly Clarkson hosts for the 2nd year in a row.
Now that I know it's Kelly Clarkson again, I'm in.
Performances by Taylor Swift, Madonna, and Ariana Grande. Or are we going to watch the Blues game tonight?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh wait, this is the thing that they've been talking about, that Madonna's been talking about prepping for.
Yeah,
Is this
where she
is
spent,
this what you were
$2
talking about
million?
yesterday?
Was it $2 million for
$6
the
million.
performance?
I think it was 5 or 6
it
or
was
7
50
or something.
billion.
It was right
$50
around
billion.
just
Yeah,
under
yeah,
$1
yeah.
billion.
Dude, I tell you, it's a weird thing. I've been paying attention since you were talking about her release, and it's that Latin American singer,
Dude, yeah.
and then Beyonce kind of just screwed up her whole plan with that homecoming thing, and I've been following Madonna's play and this whole release, and it's
it's always a
very
big deal.
odd.
We talked about this when Madonna put out a new song. I mean, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Or it used to be a big deal. Madonna puts out a new song, and then Beyonce comes out of nowhere, unannounced, releases something new the same day.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Madonna was putting out a new song at noon. Beyonce released this homecoming Netflix special and a
record
with it
Yeah.
earlier that morning, and nobody cared about Madonna.
And then a couple of days later, Taylor Swift puts out a record too, or a song, a song at least.
Yeah,
What is
poor timing.
What is the last Madonna song? And I know it's not your thing, or what is the last Madonna song where you're like, oh, that you even remember when she put it out and it made a difference, or that you liked?
I can tell you the video. I don't remember the song.
The one
but
with Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it's the same one or not. She's in the back of a limo.
Yeah, I
with,
think that's
the
it.
that actress who's her longtime friend of hers, and she says something about play the song "Mr. DJ" or something.
That's it.
Is that the same
Is
song?
it from like
It's
99?
music.
Music.
And that's the song. I
how
still
old
like
is
that song.
God, if
2000.
that's 20 years old.
2000. Okay, yeah. She won a Grammy. I think she won a Grammy for that.
That song.
It goes something like this.
50 then, right?
Music.
Yep.
But,
Did she curse in that song?
but remember that
Heck
one,
yeah.
like you said, back of the limo. But it's her just kind of like having a good time.
Here,
enjoying
I got
it
it
still
pulled up
around
here.
there.
Here we
This
go.
this
Here's
new thing is a full blown like alter ego, which like is a long play, and it's a
Yeah.
long play, and because it like was, oh there it is.
I like this song.
Her voice
that
sounds
totally
perfect.
is Ali G. I
Yeah.
don't even remember that.
Yeah, it was Ali G driving the limo. Was this the last big thing she did?
I guess so. This is the Hey Mr. DJ. Yeah.
Baby.
Like the song. If you listen to the actual song, like I'm not talking about the lyrics, but the song is awesome.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah, but like this new alter ego thing, she's like, she's got to double down on it because it's like I said, it's the long play. But it was dead in the water with that Beyonce Taylor Swift stuff, and it is hard to watch.
Well, tonight she's spending a lot of money on this performance, which nobody in St. Louis will see because the Blues game is tonight.
I wonder what's going to happen with her as she ages even more. Because she's 60 now, I think?
Yeah.
60, 61. Because she has been the queen and really the king of reinventing herself with every record
Yeah.
and going a new direction. This Madam X thing. I wonder if she's going to go, okay, I got enough money. I've done everything I wanted to do. I just need to stop doing this.
No,
or
I
is
mean,
she gonna
Nah,
keep doing
because somebody
this?
with that kind of ego needs a stroke every once in a while.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
but-
She
thinking
could do
this all
the
is.
Branson, move or
yes,
the
Madonna
Vegas move.
is opening up a theater in Branson.
Or you know what? I could see a residency of some sort
Yeah.
happening.
I can see
yeah,
that.
but she
Where she
remember
dances less and less and less all the time.
she's
and-
X amount of years tied into whatever company bought her rights. I think it was AEG or something.
Oh, yeah. That's
so
true.
like I don't think she can stop.
Listen,
Can't stop, won't stop.
That music's playing.
listen. Here's
Don't
something else to look forward to
stop.
in May.
Won't
Also in May, guys, another royal baby is on the way. Meghan Markle is due any day now. It's baby watch. We got Scott on it. He is monitoring all
we
the
had Moon on
socials.
it. We had Moon on it. That's how she got pregnant. So we switched it over to Scott.
Scott's on it.
The camera angle's really odd.
Also, this month, you got the last 3 episodes of Game of Thrones, including the finale on May 19th. Also, the final episode of Veep happens on May 12th. And the last episode of The Big Bang Theory airs on May 16th.
I'll tell you what, that Veep show, I never give that thing a moment's notice. But when I do watch it, what a great show.
It's won like
Great
55
show.
Emmys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julia Louis-Dreyfus always wins like best actress for it too.
Yeah.
I watched
Just
the
the
entire.
writing's just fantastic.
I watched the entire first season years ago. I watched the whole thing, and I sat there and I laughed a bunch, and then after like the season finale wrapped up, I was like, man. This show is way too much for me. Like there were parts where that were very funny, but I was like, "Oh man!"
From what
this
I'm reading,
is intense.
the new season is not getting the best reviews.
Oh, really? Maybe it was time to wrap it up.
Wait, too much what?
Like just too much going on.
Too much funny? Too
It's
much
a-
humor?
It's a little too highbrow for me.
Oh.
Like there were the parts I found myself laughing at were the parts where I'm sure fans of that show went, "Well, that's not very funny."
Like a mop hitting
But
somebody.
I was like, ha 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 ha. What's his name? Tony
He
Hale.
wants to see some. Yeah,
Tony
nut
Hale
hits.
is that the guy's name that's on
Yeah,
that show?
Tony Hale.
So he would he would say something stupid and get yelled at, and his reaction he'd go, and I'd go,
There's not enough groin kicks.
He
in
goes
this
like,
show.
yeah, more nut
Where's the car
shots.
shake?
More nut shots.
"Hey, I like what I like, you jerks."
By the way, who started watching Game of Thrones last night? Tony
Get
Patrico.
out of here. Oh, energy up, dude. That's great.
You watched the first episode? Or did you watch 2 episodes?
We watched 2 episodes yesterday.
Thoughts?
I can officially say, after giving it another try on Game of Thrones,
Don't let me down.
I am 100% in.
Oh, you're friends again?
You're in. You got a lot of
Got
Game of Thrones to watch.
catching up to do.
The best is, and this isn't a spoiler at all or anything, but the best is, we watched the first episode, and halfway through the second episode, my wife looks at me and she goes, I guess being brother and sister don't mean anything. I go,
Not in that show.
You're right. I mean, it's just
Not in that
everybody. I don't even, and that's the one thing that I need like a diagram. Because I'm like, wait, is he related to that one? That one is not related
You'll
to
get
that
it.
one.
It's going to take a little while to kind of figure everything out and connect the dots
Yeah,
and
they'll,
see who's
they'll
related
set
to
their
who.
hooks as they need to.
But listen, I'm in, and I almost don't want to be, but I'm in.
I'll bet you
man.
he gets through the whole thing before I get to it.
I appreciate
My wife goes, we're watching more episodes tomorrow. I said the Blues game's at 8:30, and she goes, I get off at 5. I'll be home at 5:30. We can get 2 episodes in before the game
That's
starts.
so awesome. Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, we just watch on the weekends.
Oh, we will watch. I guarantee you, we will be caught up within the month.
Oh my gosh! If you
Wow.
think so, then let's all have like a big giant party for the,
I
the
know for a
finale.
fact we'll be caught
Not
up.
come over
within
my
a month.
place?
It doesn't need to be. Well, I'll do it at my place.
I don't want to go out to where there are frogs.
Yeah, we'll have a TV
Too many
really.
frogs.
You better,
really
yeah, you
loud.
better set up a sound system.
Too many frogs. Also in May,
Frogs.
a few big movies hit theaters. Live action Aladdin comes out May 24th. Then the new Godzilla movie and the Elton John biopic Rocket Man both come out on May 31st. Both those movies look pretty good. The Godzilla and the Rocket Man movie. Still, the Aladdin,
I will tell you this:
I want to see it on an airplane.
that Godzilla movie, it looks really cool. Dare I say, it almost looks too much.
I like the first one.
I loved the first one, and I don't
Wait,
think
wait,
it was
wait,
too
wait.
much.
Which one's the first one?
The first
Bryan
one
Cranston?
is with Bryan Cranston and,
Oh,
and
years ago, you
Kick-Ass.
Yeah, years ago,
5
indeed.
or 6 years ago. But no, so it was. I guess this is the one with 11, right? With
Yes.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yes.
So in the other one there was like 2 monsters. There was Godzilla and Mothra or whatever. In this one, there's like 15 monsters, and if you watch the trailer, it's nothing but smoke and fire and explosions and monsters, which sounds cool, but it's a little too much. Especially me saying that.
Transformers with a mutant mammal.
We watched the new Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. That looks terrible.
Oh, it's
Well, and there's news on that, by
interesting.
the way.
That looks horrendous.
There's news on that trailer being horrendous.
Tell me
there is.
Tell me they did it on purpose.
That's what the
Get outta here.
No, that's not what they are saying. That's what a critic or two
out of here.
is saying.
Yeah, we
trickiness.
put out a horrendous trailer on purpose.
The funny thing is, we're all, like the grown men. We're all in our 30s, 40s, 50s now, and we're all standing around this monitor watching the Sonic the Hedgehog thing, and we're all really quiet for like the first 95 seconds, and then somebody goes, "This looks like crap." I was like, "Yeah, is this supposed to be like Spy Kids? Is this supposed to be
Spy
like this?"
Kids is what I was thinking.
Yeah, and after like in another 30 seconds, we're all like, "Oh, maybe that's what they're doing," and they're actually doing it pretty well. So maybe.
Although my son came home and he goes, "Dad, did you see the new Sonic the Hedgehog trailer?"
See, so it worked.
Okay.
I think it's sweet
I said,
spot.
"Yeah, son, it looks like garbage." He goes, oh.
I don't think they're.
I know that.
I don't
I
think
think
they're
that's
trying
it.
to. I don't think they're
It's
trying
not
to
for
appeal
us.
to the people that play the games, the people in the 30s like us. I think they're trying to appeal to the 9-year-old that loves Spy Kids and those Robert Rodriguez.
I think it's funny that you gave it that 95 seconds, like you said, because you're a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog.
as a
you were
kid, I
like,
played
I
the
want this to be
game on
good. I want
Genesis.
this to be good.
I know this
Damn
sounds
it.
dumb, but as soon as the trailer starts with the cha-ching, the coin sound,
yeah.
and instantly I was like, "Oh, life
Yeah,
is
it
so
brings you back
cool!
to-
I live in the perfect time."
Brings you back to the 90s when you
Yeah.
were playing it on Genesis.
Instantly.
Brings you back to a teen when you only had the one kid.
Then you go,
Yeah,
this
right.
is... And then you got a really over-the-top Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah.
Really over the top.
Which is something to say about him. You know what I mean? That's him.
It is very weird that the trailer, the parts of Jim Carrey are parts that like aren't even that great.
Right. Yeah, there's
Like,
like,
they're
it's,
not-
it's a no line. It's
Yeah.
I can't tell you what he just said. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is, but I'm not going to discount it because I think he is maybe perfect for that role. If did you ever see the cartoon?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
like one
yeah.
of my favorite cartoons.
I saw the cartoon.
I think he might be cast well. Oh, I hope I don't regret
Well,
that.
it comes out in November, so. Also this month, the holidays, you got Memorial Day on May the 27th. Also, you have Cinco de Mayo this coming Sunday. You have Mother's Day, May 12th. National Wine Day for you, Scott, is
sweet.
May 25th. National Hamburger Day is May 28th. And guys, we got Point Fest this month.
Yeah.
We got Point Fest.
Point Fest Day.
Point Fest Day. Yeah, that's over Memorial Day weekend. And I don't know, there were news reports. This was on just about every station yesterday. All the upgrades at the amphitheater this year. Like they did some work up there at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. So here's what I guess the first show of the year was the Zach Brown Band.
I know it was.
Oh, it already happened?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Last week, Zach Brown Band played. Usually, isn't it usually Point Fest that kind of kicks off the season?
Oh, no.
It has been for a couple of years.
As the first show?
I remember a couple of
Really?
years Point Fest was the first show. Maybe.
Oh, it must have been super early.
May,
Yeah, because
early May at the latest, right?
yeah, they usually do it late April, I thought. And it wasn't last year Zach Brown Band too? Or was it a couple of years ago, I think
Possibly.
he was pretty early.
So they have a new general manager up there at the amphitheater. You know they took down the broadcast deck?
The wooden one?
The
that we
wooden
usually-
so if you're at the
Oh,
amphitheater
man.
and you'd go to a point show, we would always be broadcasting live from this big wooden broadcast deck, and that's gone. Gone. Tore that down. So what do they have? Yeah, in fact, this new general manager is saying that these upgrades and additions improve the overall concert experience. So there's new video screens, new audio system, new food options, new beer gardens. So as far as the if you're on the lawn, they have 4 new high-resolution LED screens.
Ooh, I wonder what they're
Sweet.
doing with the old ones. Maybe we can use those for Game of Thrones party.
Yeah. Actually, the screens were introduced late last season and were in place for a couple of the late season concerts. But 4 new high-resolution LED screens, new sound equipment. They're saying the sound there is going to be 1,000 times better than what it was.
And somebody, I already see somebody in the chat room here said, went to Zach Brown Band, couldn't hear a damn thing in the lawn. Here's the thing. Guess what? It's the first show of the year. Go to any show, the first show of the year, and they're going to have to do some
Oh,
tweaking.
they couldn't. They were having lawn problems.
That's what they said.
Ah,
Went to the
usually-
Zach Brown Band concert, couldn't hear a thing in the lawn.
Placement of speakers was altered to improve lawn coverage and not to obstruct sight lines.
Listen, man, like I said, it's the first show of the year. They're going to have to tweak some things, especially with new sound system.
The amphitheater's neighbors should also be less affected by the sound. And as far as the food goes, ready for this? Questlove's cheesesteak.
Oh,
You know the Roots guy?
sure.
He's working there. Wow, that's
Yeah, he's
cool.
going to be making cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
I guess he's got this thing that's going to go in a lot of these venues across the country. A creation cooked up by Questlove from the Roots, using I'm out plant-based patties by Impossible Foods.
He's scowling at you right now.
Oh, no, I don't even care.
So I guess the cheesesteak is rolling out at 40 different venues nationwide, and they will be available at the concession kiosks.
I bet that will sell out almost every show.
I think the thing that I would like for them to improve on the most is to have somebody standing next to my car when I park saying, "Remember where you parked, idiot."
That's him every time.
God, every damn time.
There are times. There are
You have to
times.
start doing like my grandfather used to do and put a little flare on the
On the
put a little
antenna?
flare on the antenna.
I already got the tennis ball hanging in my
Jeff,
garage.
true or not true, that there have been times where you have, on purpose, parked next to me at the amphitheater, just so when we left at the same time, you could follow me to your car.
And you're a good kisser. No, I've gotten to where what everybody does. You take a picture of the nearest light pole that has
I do that.
the number on it when I remember. But you know when I remember? When I'm walking out.
I do that.
And I go, damn it.
Does your phone tell you like parking update?
Yes, but it's
General area? Okay.
It's a general idea. Like it won't tell me like in 3 feet your car's right here. It'll be
Does
like
your phone do
Your
that?
phone's here. Your car's here. It doesn't do it all the time though, which is
it's
weird.
done it. It's done it a few times, and it's never when I need it.
You know what? I think it actually does it, and it sounds weird. I think it does it when you're in a large parking lot.
It does it at my house.
Yeah, that's what I'm
yes,
saying. It's kind
exactly.
of
right.
really bizarre place.
My point proven. When you're in a large parking lot, it doesn't.
You can just do what my grandpa did and just park in the lawn where you're not allowed to. And
Yeah, there's my car.
and blame it on senility.
There's my car. Yeah, it says a car parking update.
Yeah, I don't know. It does it
Location.
randomly though. Doesn't it do it randomly?
How does it know?
What really creeps me out is like, so when I was living in St. Peter's, on Tuesdays and Thursdays last year, that's primarily when there was Blues games. It just happened to be that way. Tuesdays and Thursdays there was home games. I would get in my car and I would start to back up around 3:30, and it would automatically pop up directions to.
I remember you.
Scottsdale.
I remember you actually mentioning that. Yeah.
That stuff's
How
so
does it
weird.
know when I park my car and leave my car? How does it know?
We put a chip in you when you dozed one
Jeff,
time. Huh?
well, can somebody explain the technology?
I can,
Because
yeah, look at me. I don't know.
Yeah,
right now I think it's magic.
Mr.
it
Cheney.
is magic.
Mr. Cheney, are you listening?
Is it Dick Cheney's Server Farm in
I think
Omaha?
it
Has that
is, yeah.
something to do with it?
He's sponsoring it.
Also, other food options at the amphitheater this spring and summer. It's something called Art Bird. It's a fried chicken thing. It's a joint venture from Art Smith, who's a famous chef. I think he was Oprah's chef at one point.
Yep.
And Lady Gaga's father. Weird.
Oh, Todd?
How do you spell it? B-Y or B-I?
No, it's Gaga.
What?
Bird.
Todd Gaga.
Art Bird. B-I-R-D.
Todd Gaga.
Art Bird
Lady
and Whiskey
Gaga's
Bar?
father's name is Joe.
Mr. Gaga?
Oh,
Art Bird and Whiskey Bar is what it's called.
Art Bird brings its specialty fried chicken to the amphitheater. It's a joint venture from chef Art Smith and restaurateur Joe Germanotta, Lady Gaga's father, who was in St. Louis this week for a private event at the amphitheater.
Check that out. Bam.
Oh, yeah. Is that chicken and waffles?
Chicken and waffles.
Available at the amphitheater?
I don't know.
Okay. Other food additions, Trejo's Tacos, named for actor Danny Trejo, a.k.a. Machete. Doghouse, which serves gourmet hot dogs. CPK, California Pizza Kitchen. Now available at the amphitheater. And Sugar Fire Smokehouse. That's pretty cool. Also, there's a mixologist who's created some specialty cocktails available at the amphitheater. They really amped it up this year at the amphitheater. No pun intended.
There you go.
So we got some stuff to look forward to.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Point Fest is less than a month away now. I could see it. It's off there in the distance.
It is. There
It's
it
really
is.
something to look forward to on that Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
So, hey, welcome to May. We
Thanks,
made it,
man.
guys. We made it.
By the way, have you ever heard anybody call May 6th a specific holiday? I saw this on social media yesterday. So May 5th is Cinco de Mayo, and a lot of people celebrate by going and eating Mexican food. Somebody dubbed May 6th Stinko de Mayo, which I thought was one of the funniest things ever. So
Really?
stupid. Have you ever heard that?
No.
I thought it was hysterical.
Oh, by the way, I went to one of my favorite Mexican restaurants yesterday, Taco Bell, and I got myself a workaround Mexi Melt, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Jeff was all upset last year that I guess they took the Mexi Melt off some menus.
Yeah.
I guess select locations
Including
Have
Eureka
ch-
and Pacific.
have
I know that
chosen
now.
not to serve the Mexi Melt anymore.
Yeah.
Which is basically, it's a soft taco.
Yeah.
It's a soft taco with pico. That's and no
It's a
sour
chee-
cream.
It's a cheese roll up with pico and meat, which I got yesterday at the drive-thru in Pacific. Thank you very much to the lady. I was at the DMV out there, and so I went there. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see if they got it here. And I rolled up and I said, do you guys have the Mexican Melt? And she goes, no, but I can do blah 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 like that. Like I've said
you
this
go,
100
please?
times already. I said, okay, do it 4 times. Thanks.
Please.
Wow.
Well,
You know-
go ahead.
I was gonna say this Cinco de Mayo, Teenage Dirtbags is playing at Vice's for
Cinco de Rizzo.
Yeah, Saturday, which is May 4th. But since we're a '90s band, it's a Jinko de Mayo. All right, so we're wearing our Jinkos, our corduroys.
It's Cinco de Rizzo at Vice's in Redbud. And the Teenage Dirtbags go on at what, 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock, yeah, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock.
And it's a fireman's benefit.
Yeah, they got a volunteer fire department that is just second to none, man. Awesome, amazing.
Very
people
nice,
on
very
there.
nice people up there.
They raise money at this big, giant town event that Vice's puts on.
Yeah, I do want to put something to bed from yesterday, a discussion we had late in the show yesterday. And this all stemmed basically from two little incidents. One being at the Cardinal game on Sunday and seeing a guy walk into the Cardinal game full head-to-toe Baltimore Orioles gear. And the Cardinals played the Reds on Sunday. There was not an Oriole within 1,000 miles. And then also during the hockey game on Monday, I think it was right behind the Dallas Stars bench, and this guy was on TV a whole bunch whenever they showed the bench. It was a guy in a Vegas Golden Knights t-shirt. So it's Blues and Stars, and the guy's wearing a Golden Knights t-shirt. So the question was, is it weird to wear the jersey of a team that's not playing at a sporting event? And we got into a heated, conversation here as we
so skillfully do.
Once or twice a year we do.
As happens here. Moon was of the, who cares? If you're a fan of the sport, doesn't matter what jersey you wear.
Yeah.
And then Patrico and I are on, it's pretty weird. It's a weird thing. And for a little discussion we had at towards the end of the show yesterday, there were a ton of votes on this little Twitter poll from yesterday. Mm-hmm. A ton of votes and a ton of comments. Mm-hmm. So just some of the comments. Give me some of the highlights, some of the comments, some of the better comments under the...
Would you like voting yes or voting no first?
Just give me a little mixture.
Okay, so voting yes that it's weird. Jake says, wearing a jersey of a team that isn't playing in the sporting event you are attending is the dumbest thing a human being can possibly do.
Whoa.
The people who do this should be denied entry to said sporting event and publicly shamed.
Wow, cool childhood.
Literally the dumbest thing that you can do, huh?
Voting no. Veronica says, as someone who doesn't give an ish what most people think, I will wear a sports jersey to any game I want. The sports guru says, I can understand if it's a Super Bowl, but I went to one of the last Rams games at St. Louis where they were playing the Buccaneers, and I saw half the league represented there. It was very strange.
Half the league represented.
Voting no. Stuff my bosses says, I legitimately don't see how it makes a difference. Just like a concert, I'm going to rep what I feel like. My ticket supports the event. My shirt represents me.
Okay.
Voting yes, Ben says, yes, it is weird, unless it's a Team USA jersey or an All-Star Game jersey of the sport that you are attending. Marky says, show me a rule book that says it's not allowed. Otherwise, just let people do what they want to do.
Yeah. It's like so many rules you all live by.
Nobody said it's a rule.
Well,
that's not a law.
Well, someone did say it's the dumbest thing ever.
Joel says, yes, but only if the jersey is from the same sport. Example, not weird to wear a Blues sweater to a Cardinals game, especially in the playoffs.
I think that's okay.
I think that's okay, too.
Man, y'all are...
Hey, we're having a discussion.
Voting no.
Corners that are interesting.
Somebody here says, I got your back, Moon. I do it all the time. I see a bunch of others do it, too. Saturday's Blues game alone, I saw a Hawks, a Pens, and a Nashville jersey at the Blues game. That's silly.
Wow.
That's silly.
No, see, I'm just happy to see people enjoying the sport. Like, and ballsy enough to, I mean, in certain...
Yes, it is ballsy.
Listen,
certain stadiums.
Here's where I think there's a brief disconnect. Myself and Riz aren't saying that guy going to the Blues Stars game showing up in a Nashville Predators jersey should be escorted from the building.
Yeah, or thrown in jail.
Or punched in the head. or even yelled at. But it's weird. That's the term. Weird. I'm going to look at him and go, what the hell? That team ain't even playing. And that's going to be the end of it.
That's it.
I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm not saying
it's going to be more of a, hey, Jeff, get a load of this guy.
Like it's noted and then you move on.
Yeah.
Well, just remember how he introduced this whole thing. He was like, this guy head to toe Orioles, and we were playing the Reds.
Right.
I mean,
It's
that's my get a load of this guy.
Right, but I'm saying get a load of this guy lasted like a long time, a number of days.
I like to harp on things.
Hey, two more here.
Never forget.
The Orioles did start in St. Louis. They were the St. Louis Browns.
Oh,
Here's one.
Thank you, Scott.
Nope, sorry.
This guy says that he wouldn't wear a Blues jersey to a non-Blues game. However, if he went to Nashville versus Chicago or something and saw a Blues jersey, he'd be like, oh, sweet. Hey, go Blues.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I would go. If I was at a game there and the Blues weren't playing and I saw somebody in a Blues jersey, I'd go, hey, what's up, dude? You Blues fan? Yeah. Hey, go Blues. Then he'd walk away, and whoever I was with, I'd go, that's ballsy. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. Wearing that jersey, two teams ain't even playing. Two more here.
himself.
Voting yes. Voting yes here. No, I'm going to save that one. Voting no. P says, I'm not small-minded enough. Why would I care what somebody is wearing? Okay. And voting yes, Ricky says, this is like wiping before you poop. It just doesn't make sense.
Oh, to get
You know, I have seen firsthand, sitting in the bleachers at Yankee Stadium back in the 90s, somebody wearing a jersey of whatever team, and you go, how did that person get all those batteries into the stadium? Because somehow they're raining, they're raining upon this guy. This is before the days of Costco. You buy them in bulk. I don't know.
It was much more difficult to buy.
Are those
all
rail
at
vacs
once.
from?
You go to a dollar store and get a 27-pack?
Is Rayovac? Is that Radio Shack?
Yeah, I think so.
So as far
Radio
as the Twitter poll goes, and read the question. Read the question.
Right. The question is, I just lost it. The question is
Is it weird?
Yeah, is it weird? Okay, to wear a jersey of a team that isn't playing to a sporting event?
And the results?
With 69% of the votes,
Ooh, Jeff, you like that?
yes, it is weird.
It is weird. Yes.
And those are the results that make me happy because I like being weird. I like being
Okay,
different.
great. Own
Call
it.
me a weirdo.
I never got Jeff's answer.
I'm basically on your guy's side over here, but I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I'm not saying it's
we
a
don't
big
either.
I would look at it and go, oh, well, neither one of those teams
Would
are
you be
playing.
like, get all of this guy?
I would probably point it out to one person and be done with it, yeah. But here's my thought,
You go,
too.
oh, hey, he's from Cincinnati.
Right, yeah. But I mean, if he's liking hockey, I'd be like, is that really the only hockey shirt that you have on? Then that team's not playing.
blouse.
Well, the
What about-
Cincinnati thing goes out the window then.
What about jerseys like a Blues jersey with your name on the back? Like
Yes,
if you
Like
were
a
walking-
personalized?
yeah, like and especially if it's a number of somebody on the team and you put your name on the back, or a number that has never been used
I
and
think
you
that's
put your own
sport to
name on the
sport.
back.
Here's my thought on that. I think kids, cool, do it. That's cool for them. That's pretty awesome. I think if it's gifted to you, it's okay to own it. I think it's weird to wear it. Okay? And
But now somebody just gave you a $150 gift that you're not wearing
I also think,
because you're afraid of what other people might think of you.
well, here's the deal.
Why do I have to be obligated to do anything?
So I had a Blues
Because
jersey.
somebody just gave you a $150 shirt.
Thank you.
I had a Blues jersey, and this was way back when. I had a Blues jersey, and for Christmas or my birthday or something, my parents took the jersey and got my name and my number on the back of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. And I don't know if I've worn it since.
Like I have a couple
And
gifts.
and actually, it would make sense for me to wear it
Yeah.
if you think about it.
Yeah, well, as
For sure.
part of the entertainment crew, yeah.
If I put on that jersey that's got my name and number on the back of it, like that would make sense.
What about if you're a NASCAR fan? What if you had a NASCAR shirt or jacket or sweatshirt or whatever, and you went to a hockey game? That sport's not even being played there. Is that weird?
I think that's okay.
That's okay. 'cause it's a
again,
different sport.
and again,
Different sport.
let me tell you this. Hold on, before you start going, what?
No,
What?
that's confusing.
No, it's
What?
not
It's a
because
different
I think a jersey and a shirt are two different animals too.
Hey, I'm just going to remind you that you guys gave me heavy, and I mean heavy crap when I wore a soccer jersey to a Cardinals game.
I did not.
Oh my!
How dare you?
gosh.
I don't
yes,
remember
you
that.
guys did.
I don't
A
remember
couple
that.
years ago,
I
I'm
definitely
like,
would not have done that. You know, I think soccer jerseys are a different animal altogether.
I didn't give you crap. You must be.
Oh.
Are you working for another radio show? Because maybe you're that host.
You're not talking about me because you know my stance on
I
soccer
remember-
jerseys.
I did not.
You let me.
When? No
This was
way.
a couple years ago.
That doesn't
Years
sound
ago.
like me.
Years ago.
Yeah, dude, we've had this conversation before, and I think me and you were on the same thing. I think Jeff actually chimed in too. Soccer jerseys, I think, can be worn as a shirt. Like soccer jerseys, you
Wear.
don't have to be.
I wear them all the time.
Yeah.
Did I say weird? Did I really?
Let me get Scott's opinion.
Nobody's
boy.
gonna.
Is it
notice
weird?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think you can.
Well, you're wrong. Going into the poll.
I mean, it's a public.
Aren't you
place.
glad he asked? Therefore, you can find out if you're wrong or not.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And I always think too, if I see someone with a jersey, either they're from another town, they moved here, or they're visiting, and for whatever reason they're representing their town, but they're spending money in our city, so I'm stoked.
Yeah, and you almost feel
Mayor
like
Scott.
You're welcome.
I'm serious. the-
Assistant to the mayor. I don't know if you know
running
that or
with the
not.
King Scott
I'm
kind
gonna
of
take a
thing.
nap.
I think it almost presents an opportunity to be like, hey, what's happening? You know, welcome to our town.
The only time it's acceptable to me in my eyes is if they lost your luggage and that's the only shirt you got.
Okay, we went.
Incorrect. I'm going to debunk everything you've said for the past 2 days.
We went to real quick. We went to a Rockies game. We were in Colorado. Went to a Rockies game. There were less people at the game than there were at our concert that night. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not being facetious. It was ridiculous. But I remember a couple of us had Cardinals hats or jerseys or something, and I remember people going like, "Oh, hey, you guys are from St. Louis," and it like sparked up conversation. You remember that?
Yeah, and then they brought us down to the front, like right by
they
first
brought
base.
us down. They said, "You guys aren't from here, obviously. Why don't you come down on
There were
us?"
plenty of seats available.
Well, yeah, there were, but they invited us down to the
Free
green seats.
tickets to another game, and I got a
Because
Colorado
they were
Rockies
high.
pin.
That's why.
Said loyal Colorado Rockies fan.
And they were
Tony's got a
ransacking
comment.
your hotel
a mile
room.
high.
Yeah, well,
Tony's got a comment,
Tony,
and then we're going
or
to
do
move
you
on.
have to pee? Which one?
What you gonna do?
oh,
You agreed to it. You agreed to it. You agreed to it. I agreed to it.
I did.
You even said that it was a punishment to wear a Cubs jersey to a Cardinals-Reds game. Thank you. Moving on.
That's a completely different
said
thing.
we're moving
That's the Cubs. That's Cardinals Cubs, and
That's
it
a
was
rivalry
not,
thing.
And it was not a Cubs jersey. It was a head-to-toe full kit. It was like
Count it.
spikes.
I'm counting it.
socks. You can't count that.
I've counted it
that's
already.
Absurd.
I've already counted
But
it.
you're not a Cubs fan.
Right? Yeah.
just
right.
counting that.
I've already counted it. No,
Well,
you
it's
can't discount something I've already counted.
As the arbiter of taste, I could discount it. Okay, so we figured this all out, that Moon's wrong, so.
I love you too, man.
Oh, man.
I'm just fighting for your right to do what you want.
Do what you want to do, okay? Just don't be around me.
Just trying to live life
Do
with
whatever you
less
want to do,
rules,
just not
man.
in a different team's jersey, okay?
All right, today's Team Riz member of the day, brought to you by Mattress Direct, comes to us from Wentzville, Missouri. It's Tyler Scher.
Tyler doesn't live by your rules.
Tyler Scher is a local 562 pipe fitter.
Yeah.
About
I'm
it.
telling you right now.
Listens to the podcast every day, wakes up early with us and listens to the show, gets his day going every morning, loves matchup with Moon, likes people getting shot as their punishments, and loves the Freak of the Week. So Tyler Scher from Wentzville is the Team Riz member of the day. Gets a super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey, which, by the way, it's acceptable to wear anywhere.
Uh-huh.
That is the
Agreed.
exception to every rule. The Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey, acceptable to wear everywhere.
Yes.
Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, Jeff has your crap on celebrities after the break at 6:42. On this Wednesday, your first look at the traffic and weather, here is Patrico.
He thinks he's better than us.
What time you going to bed, fancy boy?
Coming at you.
Your point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. Left lane block, eastbound 64, right after Maryville Center. Point forecast today, more rain and thunderstorms today. Highs just under 80. Tonight, a little change of pace. Rain and thunderstorms. Low's going to be right around 60. And right now, it is 62 at the Point Studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
So you are going to buy a home. Look at you, going to stop renting? Because there are some definite benefits of home ownership. Home ownership builds wealth over time. You build equity every month. Long-term buying is cheaper than renting. So what I want you to do is before you call the realtor, I want you to call Kevin Putney at the 123 Mortgage Team. 314-862-0123, and he will lock you into a great rate. He will get you approved and qualified. Not pre-approved, not pre-qualified. You got rates in the fours right now. And Kevin was telling me a story last week about, I guess somebody went to another lender, they got pre-approved, they went to get the house, put an offer down, and then something happened and they wound up losing the house because they weren't approved. Work with a local lender. Work with Kevin, work with his team at the 123 Mortgage Team. They underwrite everything in-house, offer every type of loan out there. He will find the loan that fits your needs and make the whole process simple and painless. Also, refinance. Save money every month. How about paying off your house early? That's a possibility. 314-862-0123. 314-862-0123 online at 123mortgage.com. Kevin Putney, NMLS 260678 in the division of AFN. NMLS 2373441 10-Point Drive, Suite 330, Brea, California, 92821. Contact today, 314-862-0123.
So if you are looking for a dryer, a washer, a refrigerator, anything for your outdoor living space as far as heaters and grills, or maybe even a fridge, a stove, a cooktop.
I know somebody who's in the market for a dryer.
Who's looking for a dryer?
This guy right over here.
You are.
I'm not sure if I am. I have wet clothes that need to be dried in a machine.
I bet that you should probably look for a dryer.
All right.
From this establishment you're about to tell us about, I got a washer and dryer from them when we moved.
Are you talking about Slyman Brothers?
I am.
Chris?
Certainly am.
Well, Jeff, there are 5 family-owned locations that you could check out.
I went to the Manchester
You know what?
location.
The only way I would go there is if there's always a Slyman in the store.
There's always a Slyman in the store.
Well, then I'm in.
And you're going to be treated like family. And I know your rule that people have to be doing business for over 53 years. And that's exactly what Slyman has been doing. So go see them. 5 family-owned locations, West County, South City, the Fenton Warehouse, and now open in O'Fallon. They sell all the major brands like Whirlpool. They're known for their low prices, their expert advice, their free delivery. It's what keeps customers coming back. And they make it easy to buy your Whirlpool appliance or any appliance that you're looking for. They will match or beat competitors' pricing, and you can shop 24/7 if you go online at SlymanBros.com. Again, that's SlymanBros.com. West County, South City, the Fenton Warehouse, and in O'Fallon, Missouri. You know their slogan, Slyman Brothers, try us, you'll like us.
So I ordered last week some Sherry's Berries. Those, just delicious dipped strawberries. And I tell you what, they came on Friday and, gone within 2 days. My family loves Sherry's Berries. And you got Mother's Day coming up. And the mother in your life, whether it be your wife, your actual mother, stepmom, whatever, grandma, they will love Sherry's Berries. She deserves something good on Mother's Day. Sherry's Berries has special Mother's Day berries designed just for mom, topped with chocolate chips and pink shimmer sugar and swizzles. You choose your delivery date just to make sure mom gets your gift to Sherry's Berries exactly when you want her to. And your satisfaction is always guaranteed. I'm telling you, a smile will come across their face when they see that box. Those berries are amazing. They're huge. So don't wait until the last minute on this one. Visit berries.com today. Order freshly dipped strawberries starting at $19.99 for the mom in your life. Or to make mom really happy, you could double the berries for just $10 more. Mother's Day is Sunday, May the 12th. So hit up berries.com. That's BERRIES.com. Click the microphone in the top right-hand corner and enter my code RIZ. That's berries.com. Click on the microphone and type in RIZZ.
The Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point.
A gift just arrived at the studio. If you would, King Scott, go grab it. I want to show Moon. Very kind of this person to deliver this to us. Something that's definitely needed.
I agree.
Yeah.
A necessity, as they say.
Yeah, bring it in, Scott.
Filling a void that was created.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Not of my own doing.
Not
The
of my
only
doing
void
either.
that I can think of is the.
There you go.
I was just gonna say is the.
We got a 60-pack of Red Hot Riplets.
Yeah, and Justin said to make sure it's only 12 each. No more, no less.
Well, yesterday, if
I'll
you
be
missed the
done
show
with those in
yesterday,
4 days.
so somebody had given us a box. I think the old Vienna company
They did.
had actually delivered a box of 60 bags of Red Hot Riplets.
I know the exact day. It was March 14th because it was to celebrate 314 Day.
Oh yeah, okay. So we had all these bags of the Riplets in our drawer in our office, and all of a sudden there was just one pack left. Where'd they all go? Apparently Moon and King Scott ate all of them.
Yeah, they went in their bellies.
Well,
So out of the 60 bags, how many did you have?
3.
3?
One.
I had 1.
and didn't you say we gave away 10 to someone? Didn't you say there was?
I think Lux did.
There was.
I think Lux took 2. She took one of the regular, and there was
Oh.
no, because she was brought her own because she had some cheddar flavor and all kinds of fancy stuff.
Oh, okay. You're sure.
Yeah, we told Donnie
about
about
Donald?
him. We told Donnie about him, but I don't think
The
he ever
video
took
guys
advantage.
took some.
I think Donnie
Oh,
said,
that's right.
Moon said leave him from
What do
him.
whoa!
That is right.
That
The
leaves
video
55
guys? The
55
video guys
bags
took some?
unaccounted
Okay,
for.
let's say the video guys took 10.
Wait a minute. How are they taking 10 of our things?
They definitely took some. Not a lot.
They were celebrating 314.
All right, well, thank you. Who delivered these?
Justin.
Justin, yeah.
Justin.
Dude.
Thank you, Justin.
Holy smokes! Thank you.
And by the way, the old Vienna company actually tweeted us yesterday. Did you
I
see
know.
that?
Yeah, they listened and everything, and they said something about the empty drawer, and chips.
Said you're a gentleman for leaving at least one.
Heck yeah! And to be fair to Scott, if there were 45, yeah, if there were 45 left, he had maybe 20%.
You know what? I do enjoy the
those. I had
Riplet
the
dust.
Oh yeah.
Like you could buy the Riplet seasoning.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
There's rum in your gums.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
If you're listening on the West Coast or anywhere besides the St. Louis area, Red Hot Riplets are a St. Louis thing.
And they're
Yeah.
delicious.
But I bet
so good.
you could order them. So if you're an out of towner, you're a podcast weirdo, like go at it, man. Find out a way to how to get them because it's a completely different chip.
It's to describe them as spicy potato chips is kind of doing it a disservice.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very unique.
It's got a unique flavor.
They are unique.
Heat, not just for heat purposes.
It is if flaming hot is toned down and meets a little bit of sweet.
Yeah. It's a sweet heat.
But remember, The bigger bags, they're hotter than the little bags.
Perfect way to describe it is it's a
don't know why.
spicy mesquite barbecue. Don't you agree?
Yeah, but there's a twist, and I can't put my
I don't
finger
know
on
about
it.
the mesquite.
It's St. Louis hot sauce.
You've done enough
Is it a
research.
mesquite? I don't know.
I don't need to know. I love it.
He said, I can't put my finger on it. Jeff, you've done enough research.
All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrity.
It's brought to you by Amco Ranger, protecting people and property from pests since 1965. Avengers Endgame, I don't know if you've heard of it, already made over $1.2 billion at the box office. And at this pace, it will probably become the highest-grossing movie of all time. Unless you adjust for inflation. Then it's not even close, believe it or not.
What would it be?
As big as this thing is and will continue to grow.
Adjusted for inflation.
And
Titanic.
Adjusted for inflation, it
Gone
is
with the Wind.
about $6 billion behind Gone with the Wind from 1939.
Really?
And think about back in 39, there was no Twitter,
year.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Where it cost just a nickel for a talkie, huh?
7.4 billion worldwide, 3.5 billion in the U.S. alone, if you adjusted for inflation on that. So the chances of Endgame getting there, slim to none. But it is projected to eventually hit the $3 billion mark worldwide, which would break all kinds of records.
It was so good.
And what, Gone with the Wind? The CG was
Both.
such
Both
crap.
Endgame and Gone with the Wind.
Here's Chris Hemsworth talking to you and saying thank you for making him richer and famouser.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Huge weekend at the box office. Historical moment. Avengers had the biggest opening of all time in cinematic history across the globe, and it is all thanks to you guys. I've said it before, I'll say it again. None of it's possible without your support. Your support has truly brought these characters to life, and you're as responsible for this success as much as any of us are. And from all the filmmakers, the cast, the crew, everybody involved in making these, we want to say thank you and extend a huge amount of gratitude and appreciation to you, and just say that we love you so much.
Okay,
and
thanks.
truly,
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Totally fake accent, by the way. Did you guys know that?
Arnar.
Yeah, you know where he's from?
Totally fake accent.
Connecticut.
What is the all-time?
I was going to say fastest.
He lives
What
right by
movie
the
has the
Neva.
all-time record when it's not adjusted for inflation?
Which one has the all-time record?
Avada.
Yes. Well done. Avatar. 2.8 million. Third episode of the
2.8 billion. 2.8 billion?
Billion, yeah. Third episode in the final season of Game of Thrones was the longest episode so far, 82 minutes. Second most watched one so far, 12.02 million viewers. The all-time high was 12.07 on the season 7 finale. And this past Sunday's Game of Thrones, a lot of people complaining that the episode itself was very dark, to watch.
A lot of the
was
episodes
difficult to watch.
A lot of the episodes are dark. Where in my house we have to have our shades drawn.
What are you watching it on? Are you watching it on your TV, or are you watching it on a
TV.
device of some sort?
My TV.
Because that's where the guys from there says that's what you need. That's where you need to watch it. It's the cinematographer says it's not our fault. It's the compression once it hits HBO.
I've seen
Is what this guy is saying. So he's saying if you're watching it on a tablet or your phone, it's not as good. You need to watch it on your TV in a dark room, like you said.
from celebrities to just mega fans, all the past 2 days, I've seen just countless amounts of tweets of people saying, I will have to watch this episode 3 or 4 times because I missed half of it because I can't see a damn thing.
Yeah, and he says it's and you guys would know it's a dark scene most of the time anyway. And then HBO's compression, he says, is to blame. So watch it with the windows drawn or the drapes drawn, as you said.
I did hear somebody yesterday go, can't they ever do these fights in the day? Somebody fight somebody at noon.
Well, there's a lot of scenes up in the catacombs underneath the castle or something, and it's always just torch lit.
Right?
Yeah.
Nobody can
And
just flip a light on or anything. Yeah.
Don't forget, I mean, the whole winter is coming. It's going to be dark. That's the whole point, is that the world is turning dark. It's winter.
So
But
really,
some of it is a little too dark.
a purist, you would think, okay, it's not. You're not always going to have the greatest lighting at that time because they didn't have the electricities back then. You know what I mean? So it's got to be dark to make it real.
I said, man, the
people.
candle budget on Game of Thrones has got to be astronomical.
And can I just, as a guy that just started it, that was not a hater, but I just wasn't on board, can I tell you, you are not kidding. Oh my God, the boobs.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, but it's like Showgirls. Eventually, you'll get bored with them. And you're
They
like,
the first couple seasons
Pay
are
attention to
pretty
other stuff.
front loaded with nudity.
yeah.
Once you get kind of towards The later seasons, it's not as much.
It's
Normally-
full front loaded.
It's not as prevalent.
Normally it doesn't bother my wife, but even my wife was like she wasn't bothered, but she looked at me, she goes, there sure is a lot of boobies on this. I was like, yeah, there is.
Did you go, shh?
A
You gotta
lot.
get
I did just like that. I went, yeah.
They got to get Burton in on it somehow.
Yeah. I watched the important parts on Mr. Skin.
Hey, Scott, you haven't seen Endgame yet, have you?
No.
Okay. Sometimes Scott sees movies and doesn't tell us.
Right.
Don't you know you're supposed to report?
Sorry.
He's seen like every movie that's come out in the past 2 years, and then all of a sudden we're like talking about a movie, and Riz is like, nobody's seen that. And Scott's like, I've seen it twice.
Yeah, I've seen it twice in theater.
Seeing it again today. Fox officially has renewed Empire for its 6th season. And guess what? Jesse Smollett still under contract with them. Mm-hmm. He has signed up as well. They've kept him around, but they don't know if they're actually going to use him. He's kind of the soup on the back burner. They're going to keep him there just in case they need to put him into the timeline, the storyline.
Well, they wrote him out of this.
Yeah, his character, as of right now, doesn't have anything to do on the show, but they are keeping him around just in case.
Really?
And I'm wondering
I read
if it's a
yesterday he was
ratings
out.
thing. Huh?
I read yesterday on TMZ he was out.
He's not going to be in any of the episodes, but he's still contractually with them.
So
is
still
what it
paid
is.
him.
Getting paid.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if this would be really sad, but I'm wondering if the ratings start going down, if they're like going to use him, plug him in for a ratings jump.
I don't know. The ratings are not great anyway.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if maybe that's why they're like, do you just sit over there just in case we need to put you in the game?
Boy, he's got a no-show job.
I thought they were talking about canceling that.
Yeah, I think
can't believe
that's
they
why
renewed
I think that's why this is news, is because it came so close to being, screw it, let's. But
He's got a
what else?
no-show job. Pretty neat.
That is pretty neat. Yeah.
Umpire
good.
got canceled. Empire.
Empire.
picked up.
Empire got picked up, yeah.
Canceled.
Umpire.
Pete Davidson canceled a show in Connecticut as a comedy show last minute, and this happened on Monday. It was at a place called the Comedy Club. I'm sorry, Factory Comedy Club. The owner of the place, Vinny Foster, I guess, was up on stage doing maybe he was doing the hosting thing, but he started cracking a whole bunch of jokes about Pete Davidson's relationships with Ariana Grande, Kate Beckinsale, that sort of thing.
From what I read, so before Pete Davidson went onto the stage to do his set, the owner of the club got on stage and started ripping on
Just eviscerating the guy, yeah.
on Pete Davidson and his past relationships.
Right.
Cool.
What is it a rip on? Wow.
I'd be standing there just to give him a high five.
I know. Like,
I'm going to
hey,
stand
man,
here to give him a high five.
Not sure how you pulled it off, but that's an inspiration to many.
Yeah.
Millions of
And
people.
I don't know what the material was, but it could have been, how can this guy get this or whatever. But it just seemed like to me it was one of those frustrated athletes that was living vicariously through he wants to be a stand-up comic. He's got this club. And I looked up Vinny Foster. I couldn't find anything about him. Maybe he's the next stand-up that I don't know about.
Maybe
but
just
the
a club
Googles
owner that
doesn't
thinks
know
he's
about
funny.
him. Yeah, and to me, it's a little bit disrespectful. So what he decided to do was cancel the gig, walked off the stage, and most people in the crowd were 100% with Pete.
He didn't even walk onto the stage.
No,
Pete
this is
Davidson.
him. This is him explaining it.
Hey guys in Connecticut, I'm sorry that we had to leave the show before I got to go on. The owner, Vinny Brand, disrespected me and did something that I told him not to do, and I can't, perform under those circumstances. However, everybody who got tickets to that show, I am doing a free show for you guys. We'll figure out where it's going to be in the next week, and we'll get it all sorted out.
All right, so he'll make good on it.
Make him good
Especially if he
which is
told the
kinda
guy,
cool.
hey, dude, don't do that.
From what I
guy.
understand,
That's a
that
big
was the deal. It was either he said that or it's understood. Don't go up there and just start.
I don't blame him for walking
tearing-
then.
Oh, me either.
Wow.
I'm
But you know
glad
me, Vinny. I'm the roast, man. I'm the local roaster.
Vinny from Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do up here. We don't even like you if we don't roast you.
Vinny what to
do in his club.
No, you know me.
Vinny does what Vinny does.
It's
you
like
know
a
me.
rite of passage. Now you're in the circle.
Vinny's going to do a tight five, and then it's going to be you, Pete.
Yeah, haven't you ever heard of Bill Burr? I mean, this is the style.
He's a famous guy. I mean, this Vinny Brand guy.
Yeah, he's
he
the
was on
local
last,
roast.
He was on Last Comic Standing.
I've heard of him.
He owns the Stress Factory comedy clubs like that.
Wait, Vinny Brand?
Vinny Brand.
Oh, this says Vinny Foster.
Maybe that's his real
Oh
name.
yeah, maybe it's a different name. Yeah, that could
Maybe
be.
that's his real name.
Because I looked up Vinny Foster and I
I've
saw
heard of
nothing.
Vinny Brand before.
Unless maybe they have it
Pete
wrong in the
Davidson
story.
Slams Comedy Club owner Vinny Brand fires back.
Where I got it from our thing, it says Vinny Foster. So
Whatever.
maybe that's the
Yeah,
disconnect too now.
yeah, he's a and like
He's
a
at
lot
the
of people
wrong
go to
club.
those clubs like Jim Brewer and
He owns
Gilbert
the Stress
Gottfried
Factory
and-
too, huh?
Yeah,
I've
that's
heard of that place.
yeah.
My name is Vinny. I'm your pal. I'm your uncle. I'm your
Everybody's
cousin.
pal, Vinny.
Yeah.
Remember all the controversy surrounding the 13 Reasons Why? I think, Tony, you were either a fan of that or talked about it with everybody about it.
Wasn't your wife?
Well, maybe it was the wife. Okay,
correct.
that's what it was, yeah. Show about, so it was a teenage girl commits suicide, leaves behind a box of cassette tapes explaining the 13 reasons why she did it. And at the time, a lot of people said, hey, man, this is glorifying suicide. This is getting kids thinking about it. And will this make the suicide rate go up? And it seems as though there was an increase in suicides in the months after the first season premiered in March of 2017, but only among boys aged 10 to 17.
Can they connect the dots?
Well, nobody's saying that the show is fully to blame for anybody's suicide, but one of the authors is actually getting out in front of it and saying, quote, the results of this study should raise awareness that young people are particularly vulnerable to the media. So in other words, stuff like this will raise awareness, but it also may help people make that decision, I guess. So, and Netflix put out a statement saying, quote, this is a critically important topic, and we have worked hard to ensure that we handle this sensitive issue responsibly, especially with the next season coming out later this year. Okay. So they're getting out in front of that little controversy. And Netflix has signed a deal to produce a miniseries with last year's, remember that cave rescue? The soccer team in Thailand.
The Thai.
And you guys remember, as soon as this was happening, we were all like, oh, who's signing up who? There's going to be something going on. Netflix has done that. They made the announcement yesterday. It's going to revolve around the rescue of the 12 soccer players and their coach, flooded cave in Thailand. So it doesn't have a street date on it yet, but the guys from Crazy Rich Asians will be directing it. Kid Rock being Kid Rock. I don't know if you guys saw this story or not, but he's got new lawn ornament coming to his home in Nashville. It's a 7-foot-tall hand flipping the bird. It's so Kid Rock. He actually saw it in somebody else's yard. This guy named Ted, who's in Vermont, he has it on his property to protest the town's refusal to let him develop his land. Kid Rock saw it, called Ted, said, I like your style, and he's hooking him up with one, and he's personally driving it from Vermont to Nashville, and he's going to have this huge
middle finger, like a middle finger statue.
Unbelievable. Also, things not going well for Woodstock 50. If you haven't heard this yet, depending on who you talk to, it is canceled, completely not happening. The investors are saying that. They're saying it's just as a result, we've decided to cancel the festival because the health and safety of our artists, partners, and attendees can't be assured.
Well, and that's some pretty big headliners.
Wow.
I mean, it was the Killers, it was Jay-Z, it was...
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Who else?
I think Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Well, tickets were supposed to go on sale a couple weeks ago, never went on sale.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. The organizers are saying they have no right, legal or otherwise, to say that it's canceled, and we're going to still move forward with it. Details to come. John Fogerty, who's one of the acts that is or was supposed to be there, has already gotten his check. He said, I've already gotten paid. He says, if it doesn't happen, I'm going to donate my money to military veteran services, which is kind of a cool thing. So who knows if it's going to... Something that is for sure happening, that Exit 111 Rock Festival. You heard the lineup for this thing: Guns N' Roses, Leonard Skinner, Def Leppard. They're going to be headlining this thing, and it's on the grounds of the Bonnaroo place there in Manchester.
Yeah, I know a lot
Tennessee.
of people from this area go down to Bonnaroo.
Yeah, I've been once.
Not too far.
It's okay.
And so this Exit 111 will be in October?
Yes. And October 11th through the 13th, tickets are on sale now. You got the bands I already mentioned, also Slayer, Megadeth, Seether, ZZ Top, Mastodon, Cheap Trick as well. And there's some country acts too. So... If you want to
Guns
get
N'
in
Roses and Skinner headline and Def Leppard, that's right up my alley.
That actually is right up your alley.
That is. That's for me.
All right, I'm going to give you a list of this person's movies, and you tell me when you figure out who this person is. Crow, the Legend. Charlotte's Web. The Star. The Princess and the Frog. Bee Movie.
Oh,
Beloved. A Wrinkle in Time. It's a female.
Oh, Oprah.
Oprah Winfrey. You best enjoy all of those. And the ones that I didn't mention, because she says, I choose to no longer act.
Oprah's hanging it up?
She's hanging up her hat. She says it doesn't feed me anymore. And I'm assuming that means spiritually, because
she's got the cash.
She's doing okay, yeah.
didn't she get ripped for A Wrinkle in Time?
Oh, yeah. The whole movie got ripped.
Okay.
She says, but I think to be really, really good at it, you've got to do it a lot. You've got to work at it. And she said it's just not one of those things that's that's flipping her skirt up anymore, so she ain't gonna do it anymore.
Oprah can do what she wants.
Like you said, she doesn't need the money. But I got a list Variety put out of a sampling of some of the Hollywood salaries that are going on. Remember back in the day, like a Tom Cruise would get $30 million for one movie, that sort of thing. They're still up there, some of them. But I got the top 17 here, and there's number 17, Jessica Chastain for It Chapter 2, got $2.5 million. Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, 4.5. Martin Lawrence for Bad Boys for Life, $6 million. Kristen Stewart for that Charlie's Angels movie. This is some that have come out, some have yet to come out. Kristen Stewart got $7 million for this Charlie's Angels movie that's coming out this year. Ben Affleck for that Triple Frontier that's on Netflix, $8 million. Idris Elba, $8 million for Hobbs and Shaw. Margot Robbie for that Birds of Prey got $10 million. Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt did that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for Quentin Tarantino. They did half their normal rate, and they still got $10 million. Wow.
Amazing.
Gal Gadot.
Is there a trailer for that yet? The Tarantino? I don't think so.
I think it's just still shots.
Yeah, I think I just see the stills.
Gal Gadot for Wonder Woman got $10 million. Emily Blunt, Quiet Place 2, $13 million. What do you think Tom Cruise got for Top Gun Maverick?
Ooh, 21.
20 mil.
Who's asking for that?
12 to 14 million.
Oh, wow, that's a decrease.
yeah.
Jason Statham.
Yeah,
for
but he's
Hobbs
also
and Shaw.
probably got
What
a
a
lot
deal.
of.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure he's got a lot of the back end.
Oh, yeah, you're
Plus
right.
25% of DVD sales.
Jason Statham for Hobbs and Shaw got $13 million. Will Smith for Bad Boys for Life got $17 million.
I read there's going to be a Bright 2.
The
Netflix.
Netflix movie?
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe
Because I heard the first one was not great.
maybe it was a deal.
In December 2017, Netflix ordered a sequel to Bright. The following month, Netflix confirmed the sequel was moving ahead, with Will Smith and Edgerton reprising their roles, and with Ayers directing and writing the script. In August 2018, it was announced the film would be filming in March of this year.
Robert Downey Jr. for The Voyage of Dr. Dolittle, which is coming out in 2020, $20 million. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, $20 million for The Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. And number one on this list, no release date yet for the movie Six Underground, Ryan Reynolds, $27 million.
Good for him.
Yeah, $27 million.
Wow.
Crabby birthdays, Jamie Dornan. That's Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey.
So dreamy.
37. Wes Anderson. He's directed a lot of movies that are really cool to say that you've seen. Rushmore,
I like some of his movies.
Royal Tenenbaums, Grand Budapest Hotel. He is 50.
You ever seen Grand Budapest Hotel?
Yes,
That's good.
it's awesome.
He's a great writer.
Tim McGraw is 52. Paul Tuttle Sr., American Choppers, sweet mustache. He is 70. And today's Burton birthday of the day. If you are today's birthday boy, you probably are happy that you received the best gift of all back in 1984. And that's when Huey Lewis put out I Want a New Drug. Ray Parker Jr. is 65 years old today.
That's funny.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Debbie Diamond. And today's birthday girl has been
she's
plugged
legendary.
and drilled more than a used bowling ball in 648 fine films, including
Seen 600 of them, I think.
Anus and Andy, Backstrokes and Toilet Fantasies, The Hershey Highway, Hump Up the Volume, and who could forget her unforgettable role in Dial A for Anal.
Hump up the jams. Hump it up.
Debbie Diamond, 54 years old. That's your porno birthday, your crabby birthday, and that is your crap on celebrities.
Boy, I'm looking out the window here at the radio station. It got dark. Looks like there's a storm brewing.
It's like a Game of Thrones episode out there.
I went to look up one of your titles there, the Anus one.
Yeah.
And it took me to a YouTube show from 2010 called Anus and Andy, the Anus and Andy show.
Yeah.
Can you guess who the Andy is? And he's an actor
Richter.
that you would know.
Andy Richter?
Is it a mainstream actor?
Yeah,
Andy Dick.
Andy Dick.
Oh.
Anus and Andy.
We'll get to your emails after the break. It's 7:14. On this Wednesday, another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico
Look, Mommy, the rhino's getting too close to the car.
coming at you.
Your point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. Right lane blocked due to an accident, westbound 44, right at 66. Left lane also blocked, left-hand shoulder blocked too, westbound 70 at Jennings Station Road because of an accident. Point forecast today, more rain and thunderstorms. High's going to be just under 80. Tonight, little change of pace. We're talking more rain and thunderstorms. Low's going to be right around 60. Right now, 61 at the Point Studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
You've done it up to this point, so don't. I mean, it's a thing. You can't not do the leanest pizza with your Blues hockey. Look where they are in the second round. You need to have another leanest pizza ready. So if you've laxed a bit and there's none in your freezer, grab some on the way home today or while you're out this afternoon. DK's Market in Hamel, Illinois, Price Chopper, B&H Market, Frick's, LeGrand's, all the quote unquote mom and pop smaller stores have it too. But also your Schnucks and Deerbergs and Aldi and Target and Straub's. Grab some. They're going deep in the playoffs. You might want to get a 6-pack of this leanest pizza as long as you got the room. And if you don't have the room in the freezer, just cook up a couple of them. There's not going to be any waste. It's that St. Louis style frozen pizza. It is that 100% real Provel cheese, the thin, crispy crust. Take pictures and tag the Riz Show, tag Leanest Pizza. You'll probably get a thank you from them because they're amazing people. I've watched the pizza be made by hand, edge to edge, generous topping, and real bacon. If you're into the bacon, it's not the bacon bits. It's real strips, full strips. It's a fantastic pizza, and it goes well with whatever you're drinking and Blues hockey tonight. Check it all out at leanestpizzastl.com.
Man, if you're looking for a good time, 18 North Central in O'Fallon, Missouri. If you're looking for something truly unique and out of the norm, looking for the ultimate action-packed elite gaming experience, 18 North Central in O'Fallon, Missouri. That's actually the address of this warehouse they've transformed into the latest gaming entertainment complex. 8,500 square feet. They created this 2-level town where you run around with military-spec weapons and Army-grade vests and the headbands. It's Call of Duty come to life. Is the best way to describe it. But it's great for bachelor parties or bachelorette parties, corporate outings, birthday parties. And don't think this is going to be laser tag for the kids. It's not that. It's so much fun. There's leagues. They keep track of your stats. There's a full bar. There's a kitchen. There's a banquet center upstairs. So if you're going to have that corporate event, you do the meeting upstairs. You have a little lunch. And then you go do the iCombat thing. So you got it all planned out for you. 18 North Central, 18northcentral.com is the website, the number 18northcentral.com, or call 636-240-1800. 70 Bryan Road exit in O'Fallon, Missouri, 18 North Central.
You want to talk about going to someone that is at the top of their field? Dr. Morales over at SSM Healthway Management Services. He is the best in the area. Their program is the best in the area. And Dr. Morales has been doing this for over 15 years. So you could be just like myself, just like a bunch of other Riz Show listeners who have gone to SSM Healthway Management Services and gotten the information about whether having gastric sleeve or gastric bypass or even some of the non-surgical options. I was talking to somebody the other day that's going through the non-surgical process, and that's something I don't really have a whole lot of experience in because I had the gastric sleeve surgery. But they have a monitored diet. They got to check in with their doctor every week. He gives them a plan. The dietitians help them every step of the way, and they're down like 66 pounds in a couple months here, which is incredible. This is not an easy quick fix for sure. What you got to do is you need to make sure that you stay with it. This is a tool. Now you have to go and utilize that tool to lose weight. Myself, I'm down over 150 pounds. My wife is down almost 100 pounds, and you can lose the weight too as long as you're willing to do the work. Go to the website that has been set up by SSM to get all the information and get your process started. ssmhealth.com/Patrico. That's ssmhealth.com/Patrico.
Hey, what's going on? This is Adam Sandler, and I want to give a shout out to my Jew friend, Rizzuto. You're listening to the Rizzuto Show, and happy Hanukkah there, Riz. Shibby-doo. Hee-hoo!
All right, welcome back. Phone number 314-6-WALKER, 314-692-5537. Cameras and chat room, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. On the socials, at RIZZ Show. Emails, we'll get to those in just a second. Riz Show, 1057thepoint.com. Don't forget about Riz Show Night at Swing Around Funtown in Fenton, happening on May 19th. Bring the family. Bring a date. Who doesn't love Swing Around Funtown? Bumper cars and go-karts. The batting cages, mini golf, the indoor playground. $15, that's it. Get your tickets now. We're taking over the place. It's going to be our evening just for us. Get your tickets now before it's too late, 1057thepoint.com. Jeff, emails, let's go.
Hi, guys. I'm 24-year-old. While at work the other day, I got told by a guy that I look like his 33-year-old son. We both have beards, so I could understand, but I didn't know how to take it. So my question for you guys is, depending on your age, is it better to be young? Is it better to be younger and look older, or is it better to be older and look younger?
To me, it does not matter.
If you're under 21, it's better to look older. If you're over 21, it's better to look younger. Done. Next.
Yeah, I don't care.
Wait, say that again?
If you're under 21,
it's better
to look older. If you're over 21, it's better to look younger.
It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm not one of those.
Right, but I'm saying if you had to pick one, that's the.
I'm just bringing up a point. I'm not one of those people that, I just turned 40, and I would never say I just turned 29.
Right, yeah.
Every year,
I'm
every
39
year,
again.
29 again.
Yeah, not a youth fighter, not somebody that cares. Like if somebody goes, "Hey man, what are you, 45?" You wouldn't go, "I'm 40." You wouldn't care.
Such a chick thing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I'm 35 again. I am going gray, though.
Yeah?
I got some grays going on.
Oh, my beard is a mess. There's spots all over it. Well,
I
Jeff.
can't wait. I don't know if I'm going to or not. Hopefully it's going to stay. What?
Jeff, do you think if you shave, will it come back all gray?
I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm not really sure.
I think it would.
You got some grays going on there, Moon?
Oh, he's had it.
Are you crazy?
Didn't you
your
say
beard,
that,
yeah.
Didn't you say that
no,
you've had grays?
It's all in, it's
your
been in my
hair?
hair for years.
I was gonna say you said you had grays when you were like late 20s, right? Or mid 20s.
Yeah, one or two in my eyebrows. Actually, for some reason, it started in my eyebrows. But I mean, I haven't changed them. You can find them.
Would you ever consider using like the Just for Men?
Nah. I wouldn't to go back to like my normal color. I'd put it different. I think it'd be fun to put a different color in there for a little while. I've contemplated that. But there's a guy, a local musician that has a beard that I saw one time, and he was very jet black with his beard. He's like, "Man, you got to put something in that." And I said,
"Why?
I don't. Nah.
What other color would you throw in there?
I don't know. I just thought it'd be kind of fun. Yeah, actually, it was purple.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
man. I don't know about that.
I wouldn't
That's
consider
why I haven't
it
done
now,
it yet.
but-
I'm considering it, but I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, it depends on what I'm doing when I'm full silver.
Really?
Who knows? I don't know. I mean, for right
But
now,
why
I'm not
would
considering
you
it.
even consider doing that?
I don't know. I'm saying
For just a vanity thing?
I have no idea. No, I wouldn't do it for vanity. I would do it for work or something if it came to it.
Oh, he's got gray. Who's gray?
I've been asked.
Hey.
Somebody was, because I got it in, a lot in the beard, and like I said, it's in on my part.
Unless
and
it
different
looks
things.
bad for pictures.
Well, no, somebody just said, "Hey, you're a performer, and with music, would you ever do that?" And I was like, "Oh, I never."
You're fooling
I
nobody.
never thought about that.
Right.
For me, I've already made the decision. I'm going to go gray or white or whatever color it takes me. And the second that my hair goes from this to, man, you're starting to bald, it's gone.
Yeah,
And
same
get
here.
it, get it the hell out
Same
of
here.
here.
Yeah, for sure.
Same here. Every time
Get it
I
outta
get my
here.
hair cut, I ask the lady, I'm like, what do you think back there? How's it looking?
Well,
oh, you're fine. Let me know because then I'll come in for a shave every time. I don't care.
Sometimes the guys that have their beards, I mean, jet black, where it's.
Oh, I know a guy.
Would you do a Sharpie? Is that a Sharpie on your
Yeah,
face?
yeah. No,
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Bald would bum me out a little bit, but the silver, I'm actually like, I'm kind of proud of it. Like I earned it.
I'm almost looking forward to it.
I earned
Whatever's
it.
going to be
dude.
is going to be.
Yeah.
I want to show you this picture.
It's
This
funny.
is a guy I know where it's so ridiculous. It looks fake. Like it looks fake. I mean, it
It
truly
almost
does.
looks like you took felt.
Oh my gosh,
That looks ridiculous.
Like you took like
It looks like he's trying to look like Ozuna, right?
Wait,
Like-
is he silver?
you took felt and you put it on your
He's-
face.
I don't even know. I don't even know. He's had so many different hairstyles and colors and everything. I don't know.
Maybe that's natural color. It's
That
just
is not
so
natural color.
well-trimmed.
That is not
It's
natural
dark,
color.
dark,
Not
dark
at
black.
all. I can guarantee you that is not natural
You
color.
know, the guys that I do know that use the color on their beard. I don't know. I mean, we're all doing certain things for vanity, so I'm sure that plays a part. But one of the big reasons that I know that they do it is because it's such a mismatch between their hair and their beard that they're just kind of trying to even it. It's not necessarily that they're hiding the gray, because you can still see some of the gray. It's just leveling it a bit because their beard changed so much quicker than their hair did, than their head did. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that.
Smoother transition is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
I guess they're just sort of easing.
Whatever's gonna be is
easing
gonna
the
be.
change.
Yeah. This is what I'm bringing to the table.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is the way God wanted it. It's happening.
I earned it though, and I feel good about it. I like it.
Next.
Listen to the podcast every day. Love everything that you guys do during your show and for the community. I do think you guys were off base, though, criticizing that religion that's based around pot.
Oh, yeah, the Weed Church in Madison, Wisconsin, where the city's like, hey, this is not a real religion. You guys are just like a pot
The pot club. Yeah.
and saying your religion to get kind of the break. Like
Yeah,
this is a
the
religion
immunity.
thing.
And this person, by the way, goes on several times or a handful of times saying they're a big fan of the show. Not bashing, just here's their opinion of what
Just 'cause
they
you have
think.
a different opinion.
Right.
Like I'm not going to get butthurt because
Right.
you have a different opinion and think you're not a fan of the show.
Well, they think they're that we were way off base criticizing this place. You guys range so vastly with religious beliefs. You have see if we can pick out everybody here. You have a guy who went to Catholic school.
Me.
A guy who converted to Judaism.
I mean, I didn't convert to Judaism. I married into a Jewish family, but that's okay.
I don't know who this
I
is.
consider myself an honorary member of the tribe.
Oh yeah, you still down with Jesus?
A guy, from what I can tell,
Not
doesn't really practice religion, but is an advocate for cannabis use.
That's Jeff.
I don't know who that is. A guy who is spiritual but has a relationship with God.
That's Moon.
And the most famous virgin in St. Louis, who's a virgin because of his religious beliefs. So that's...
Donnie. Yeah. Go on.
Exactly. On top of that, what I can tell, Rizzuto seems to be fairly libertarian in his political views.
Uh-huh.
I don't see how you guys can sit and bash a religion that is based on smoking pot.
No, it's not. The thing was, we're not bashing the religion. It's a, come on, man.
Own it.
We know what you guys are doing.
Yeah, religion is a very specified word.
We know you just want to have a pot club.
And there's nothing
all
wrong
we're
with
saying.
that. Have your pod club.
Yeah, we're stoked
Just
on
own
their
it.
club. It's just if you're going to define it by something, that has certain implications that they're bordering.
I'm just saying, let's be honest. Let's be honest with what you're doing.
Right.
Where was this from again?
Madison.
That's right.
We know what you're doing. You're not fooling me.
It's like the Pastafarians. Remember? I mean, they were like it wasn't satirical, but you know what I mean. It was
Well, the Pastafarians, so they could just wear a strainer on their head during their license photos.
Yeah, it was like they were like proving a point. They were using loopholes and existing models.
It was the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Yeah. Really put a strain on a lot of relationships.
Which is awesome.
Is that
those are the leaders of the church?
Those photos are the best.
Okay, so rope hair guy on the right, the white guy with the dreads. That's the pastor.
You know how the different religions have the different colors. At this one, the dreads means you're the pastor. You're the leader. You've made it to pastor.
The guy looks like he hasn't washed in 3 weeks.
Have you seen a picture of the actual church?
Dude, you need a washcloth.
Have you seen?
No.
Change water into soapy water. That's what they're doing.
I want to see what their
the
church
meeting
looks
place,
like.
the building.
There's the front door. So, okay, here we go. Here it is.
It's a strip mall.
No, their church is called Harry's Market.
Oh my goodness!
It's a head shop.
It is. That's so
That's
funny.
their church.
It's
My
got a big-
church. I mean,
And
my
they have
church has
Pepsi.
Pepsi signs.
I love this picture here though, where it says
It's a pot leaf, and it says they THC edibles and CBD available. Come on.
Yeah, I was.
And shoes.
Get the out of here.
My church had Pepsi and open signs on the
Where's the
front.
steeple?
And there's a Green Bay Packers stuff, too, down there in the corner.
Okay.
They got a drive-through.
Parking sucks.
at my church you can get Cool Ranch Doritos.
So wait, so he was upset saying that we weren't being tolerant, or
He said we were bashing on their religious beliefs, which is
we were
not what happened.
bashing. We were.
I'm
We're all
questioning.
about them,
I'm
but
questioning that it is actually a religion.
yeah, do your thing. But like when you call something one thing and you get in trouble because it's not defined by that, then you're gonna get to
Next.
deal with some stuff.
Taylor here was listening to the podcast. We're talking about the morel mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
Wanted to clear a few
morels.
things up.
All right, so I guess somebody put out a fake Facebook posting and attributed it to the Missouri Department of Conservation, saying it is now illegal to pick morels on public land.
Which is a sneaky way to make sure you're the one that's picking all the mushrooms.
Which I guess these things go for a lot of money.
Yeah, it was. What did you say it was? 50 a pound?
Something like that. They were saying in parts of New York, depending on the rain and how often they sprout up, you can get up to $150 a pound.
And that's not true, by the way. The Department of Conservation was like, no, it's not true. Go ahead, pick all the morels you want. I just said, and I think Moon said the same thing. Hey, I'm not going wild mushroom picking because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah. I
And
don't want to die with that as my last story.
They're saying that they're not oily and rubbery like portobellas. They're actually really light, super easy to fry up, and tasty. It's a tasty snack side dish, and they have a distinct look, which we looked at them yesterday. Impossible to confuse them with any other mushroom that grows around here.
I'll give you my share. Go ahead. You could have mine.
I'm going to pass. You go ahead and take mine, too.
I want to
mine.
try them for sure.
Go ahead. Go out and go pick some.
No, again, I'll
That's how to say. Go ahead. Go out and go pick some.
I'll take the emailer's word for it, but I'm not educated enough to just be picking things and eating.
Yeah, I'm going to pick them out at Schnucks. And then,
You know why, too?
right
I'm
there.
going to go more mushroom picking at Schnucks.
I remember being a kid and walking around. We were outside all the time, and you hear about berries and picking berries. And I remember there was like this bush or something in a friend's house, and I picked all these berries, and we were about to eat them. And I remember either my dad or his dad suddenly stopped and was like, whoa, what are you doing? And we're like, well, they're berries, just like every other berry, and we didn't have to go to the market. And they're like, which bush? Showed us a bush, looked it up and said, this bush will kill you. You eat enough of these things,
Oh, you went
and
to the
they're gonna kill
diarrhea
you.
bush, huh? That's the diarrhea bush.
I just remember that clicking and going, oh, like not everything is edible.
I remember years ago I got one of those things you can make juice, homemade juice. You put all your vegetables and fruits in there.
It's
and
called a
just mash
juicer?
it. Juicer, yeah. It's called a juicer. It juices things. What's it called? A juicer. I'm going on break. And I was telling my friend Bill how great it was, and I can buy this. He goes, you can buy juice already made at the store. You know that, don't
Yeah,
you?
there's nothing like fresh juice. I'll say that.
Yeah, I remember selling that thing at a garage sale.
Now look at you.
Yeah.
Next.
This is from Chaz, and that's with a Z. Can someone tell Moon it's hard to take him seriously when he gets preachy about food and trying new things, yet he can't even handle having sticky fingers? Thanks. Love you guys. Chaz.
Oh, you were talking me not having the Impossible Burger.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to try it.
Well, my sticky fingers thing, man, I can't explain that.
I can't explain why I don't want an Impossible Burger, so.
Well, yes, you can, and you have, and
I
it makes
don't
very
want it.
little sense.
You
And
know what my explanation
It makes
is?
as much sense as my fingers.
My explanation is I don't want it.
It makes as much sense as my fingers and peanut butter thing. But, and I'm not justifying that. I have no
I
defense for it.
don't want it.
It's absurd. I don't. It's like a thing. It sends me into a weird zone. I can't have peanut butter touch my fingers. I'm sorry.
All right, one more, Jeff.
A couple of questions. How do you guys come up with the names for the podcasts?
Oh,
Usually it's something that's said during the show.
Yeah, they're
a
Easter
non
eggs.
sequitur.
Yeah, it's just something out of context that'll sound funny.
yeah, something that's funny. Usually Scott and I are sort of, all ears. And if it's just a one-liner thing that we just think is hilarious in and out of context, we're going to write it down because it's a nice little Easter egg to give people sort of like, oh, I wonder where that title came from. And who knows, hour 1 minute 45, somebody random said it in the background and it's funny.
Also,
Somebody just sent over a picture of one of those mushrooms. Did you realize they're the size of a torso?
No, they are
No,
not.
they are not.
Is this
tiny.
Photoshopped? Oh, it's Photoshopped. What a
I was
jerk.
gonna say they're tiny.
We got time
This
for one
thing
more.
is huge.
Can we go to the next one?
Oh, is there another part?
Well,
to
there
that
was a second question
Oh.
to that one about the WoW podcast, and I don't know if it's still relevant. Fifth one was not on Spotify, and you said in the past it had been janky on Spotify, and is it up there yet?
The
Do you
Worst
know?
of the Week podcast.
Yeah,
which-
sorry, the Worst of the Week podcast.
I believe
sorry.
so. I believe they're
Scott
all
and
up there.
Tony hosts.
Yeah, I believe they're all up there.
One more.
Yeah, this is my first year attending Point Fest, May 25th, and I am thrilled.
Yeah, all right.
I have looked all over the webs. I have called the amphitheater, box office, and asked friends who have attended Point Fest about the re-entry policy. I have yet to find an answer for sure. So hopefully you have learned, and can you tell me the answer?
You can't come and go.
There is none.
No.
Yeah, once you're in, you're in.
Once you're in, you're in.
Here's the official thing on re-entry. There isn't any.
Somebody says, you call yourselves Midwesterners and don't know about the morel mushrooms? For shame.
I know about the morel mushrooms. I'm just not going to do it.
I'm just not
I just don't want them.
looking for it.
It's funny because you can tell this is this person's first Point Fest. They have a hotel nearby, and they wanted to leave and go kind of rest and then come back.
No,
you can't do
you
that.
gotta.
It's called lay down in the lawn.
It's also not that type of gig. Like, it doesn't, like, gates aren't at 9 a.m. and you're there until midnight. That's not how that works.
No, you can't come and go.
Nope, sorry.
It's not how it works. Thank you all for your emails. Appreciate them. So, speaking of concerts, springtime, you're out at the ball game, in the park. Ain't nobody got time for glasses or contacts. You don't want to be futzing around with that stuff. Expensive glasses, frustrating contacts. It's not what you want to be dealing with this time of year. Brenton Vision gets it, and that's why they're one of the few places in the country where you'll find all 7 forms of modern vision correction, whether you're dealing with glasses, contacts, readers, or those dreaded bifocals. They probably have a procedure that can help you. My wife is now a year after her LASIK procedure. I should say a year into her freedom of glasses, freedom of contacts. Everything's great. Tax refunds accepted, HSAs accepted, flex plans accepted. They have payment options too. Brenton Vision makes it easy. See for yourself. See what I did there? See for yourself. Call Brenton Vision now. Book your appointment. 314-375-2020. 314-375-2020. Or you can even book right now online from your smartphone at brentonvision.com. Just hit the Schedule Now button on the homepage. Only takes a minute. That's brentonvision.com. It is 7:42. It is Wednesday. And here's another look at your traffic and weather with Patrico.
Him of all people. I don't want to hear another word.
He's coming at you.
Your point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert.com today. Eastbound 270 right at 370. That exit ramp is blocked because of an accident. 2 left lanes blocked, left-hand shoulder blocked due to an accident. Eastbound 64 right after Bellevue. Your point forecast today, more rain and thunderstorms. Highs just under 80 tonight. Rain and thunderstorms continue. Lows right around 60. Right now, it is 63 at the Point Studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto. over at Victory Men's Health, you can start to feel like you again, or if you're somebody like me, feel like you've never felt before. I know Jeff has talked for a long time about Victory Men's Health, and he was actually the guy that said, listen, you're doing this whole weight loss kick, you're doing this whole health journey. Why don't you go out there and see what they can do for you? So I had them run my blood work and found out a few things. Low testosterone, my vitamins were a little off, and now, after the SpectraCell test, I found out I have a specific plan that is designed for me and me alone that's going to help me in the end. Jeff, same thing, had that test done. You can't go in and go, give me the Jeff or give me the Patrico. That doesn't work. That's not how this works. There is no one pill that you are given that's going to make you feel great. This is all based on your body. So they run the test for you and make sure that you have the plan that's going to make you feel the best and get the most out of yourself. And they also have other things to help you out with. Erectile dysfunction, baldness, adult acne. All of this can be taken care of at Victory Men's Health. All you have to do is go to the website, victorymenshealth.com. They're out there in Illinois, and also they're brand new location in Town and Country. So stop by and make sure you see them there. Great folks out there. VictoryMen'sHealth.com is the website. VictoryMen'sHealth.com. Be you again.
Rizzuto Show.
On April 9th, 2018, our show did a segment about a Jacksonville, Florida dentist who allegedly gave a patient a foot massage and offered the patient wine and did not change gloves before performing the examination, leading to an infection in her mouth. We commented about the report and its contents. More than 1 year later, on April 15th, 2019, it was brought to the Rizzuto Show's attention that there had been several corrections to this report we obtained from Action News Jax, a website for the Jacksonville, Florida's CBS and Fox affiliates. Specifically, the woman's allegations regarding the foot massage, the wine, and the infection involved the staff member at the dental office, not the dentist. The report we relied on from Action News Jax referred to the dentist, but he was not involved. Further, the dental office says it does not provide wine to its patients. It also says the patient requested the foot massage after it was mentioned by a staff member as a joke. It says the staff member washed his hands before doing dental work on the patient. Additionally, the infection referenced in the Action News Jax report was a dental problem the patient suffered from prior to her visit. The infection was not caused by the dental office. Although our broadcast did not identify the dentist by name or the name of his dental office, we apologize for the discussion and commentary of the information relating to that news report in our segment. So that band, Third Eye Blind, playing one of our big summer shows at Jimmy Eat World on June the 25th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. Have you guys heard about this $20 all-in ticket thing?
Yeah, I know there's some questions
Yeah, a
about
little
it.
explanation would be great.
So it's today, starting at 11 a.m. through the 7th, because it's a National Concert Week. And for a limited time, starting again today at 11 a.m., you grab $20 all-in tickets to any of over 30 different shows in the St. Louis area, including a whole bunch of Point shows, including Point Fest, including Wayback Point Fest, including that Third Eye Blind Jimmy Eat World show, including Breaking Benjamin, including Slipknot, including Korn and Alice in Chains. So all the details at 1057thepoint.com.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying like, oh, $20 will get me into all those shows.
No. Just
it's $20. That's the price for those shows.
Right.
Not you can't walk in and go, here's a 20 and then get 30 concert tickets. Like, come on, guys. But instead of paying,
which would be pretty neat.
Instead of paying $42 to go see X concert, you pay $20.
Right.
And that's all in. Service fees all in. $20.
Yeah. That's $20 all in, including all your fees.
Correct.
And that's today at 11 a.m. through the 7th. Because it's National Concert Week. So have fun with that. All right, so we're going to take a break, but before the break, and then after the break, we'll do some news. And by the way, we do have some chances to pick your tickets a little later on in the show. But before we hit the break, play a little game with King Scott, a little game we like to call Guess Who Was Driving.
All right.
Since it was your birthday yesterday, I thought maybe
Thank
today
you.
we'd play. That makes no sense.
Kind of does.
It has nothing to do with your birthday. So I will give you a story.
Okay.
And you tell us who was driving. Was it a man or was it a woman? You guys ready? Maybe you have to help him.
Okay.
You guys could be King Scott's lifeline.
All right, good.
Oh, sweet.
So pay attention.
Can I answer now?
No. Pay attention to every single detail of the story. Maybe a little hint in there.
Okay.
Okay. At about 10 a.m. last Friday in Yakima, Washington, the city's mayor mistook their SUV's gas pedal for its brake and drove through the window of a Rite Aid. Thankfully, the Rite Aid was empty at the time and nobody was hurt. The mayor was not cited for the accident since it occurred on private property, and they were not under the influence at the time. Can you, King Scott, guess who was driving?
Okay.
Remember, it's the mayor of this town in Washington.
Yeah. You said Yakima,
Yakima,
which I
Washington.
believe is about 60 miles east of Tacoma, which that's very important to this. And you said they mistook the brake or the gas pedal for the brake.
Yeah.
At an empty Rite Aid.
Empty Rite Aid.
Whew.
It
So
was a
that probably
Friday.
means
It was at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Friday. Oh, I didn't hear the Friday part. Oh, yeah. Okay, so
you
Yakima, Friday, 10 a.m. I'm
Tell
going to
me,
go
are
with
you-
a woman.
You're locking in woman?
Yeah, only because it's 10 a.m. on a Friday.
So he says it was a woman that was driving.
Yeah, if it was any other time, it would have been a guy, but just because it's that time frame in Yakima or Yakima.
And yeah, you're correct.
Oh,
Nice.
This time, Scott. This time.
Oh my gosh, I
like
got
how he
so
took
nervous.
The time to break it down.
Yeah.
You really got to talk it out.
Yeah.
You got to talk it out.
Pull back the layers.
You did well, Scott.
See,
Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, news next. It's 7:59. Boy, you are good at this game. Wow.
I can't believe
Believe it or not, he's actually not.
it's the only thing I'm good
If
at.
you go back in the past, he's not.
He's turned it around.
Yeah, I
I think
finally
he's
turned
the
it
only
around.
person to
He's
get
turned-
more than one wrong on this game.
He's turned it around. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
I'm a maniac and stupid, fat, and ugly.
And coming at you.
Your point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the HomeLoanExpert.com. Exit ramp from eastbound 270 to northbound 370 blocked due to an accident. Point forecast today, more rain and thunderstorms. High's going to be just under 80. Tonight, more rain, more thunderstorms. Lows right around 60. And right now, it is 61 at the Point Studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
If you follow me on the socials, Jeff Burton 1057, I put up a picture yesterday of my time at Powder Valley with the great people from Missouri Department of Conservation. Great area, never been, and is just amazing, whether it's trails, looking at trees, walking around with that tree book and identifying the flowers in the trees and whatnot. And there's a great learning center there, too. I actually saw a turtle that is named Peanut, because it is in the shape of a peanut, because 9 years ago, I think it was, it got caught in one of those six-pack ring things.
Oh, it kind of grew around
and
it?
developed, not even kind of. It looks like an 8 if you look at it from above. And, that's one of those things you can take the kids there and impart upon them. This stuff really happens. That's just one of the many, many things the Missouri Department of Conservation does. For me, they have great areas where I can put on a pair of hiking shoes and go run in the woods or walk in the woods and take my dog Wheezy out there and just spend a couple hours just kind of recharging the batteries and just kind of a brain douche, if you will. So we're going to be doing a big old hike May 11th. Love for you to join me. It's only going to be a couple of miles just to kind of get you familiar with how great the areas are. May 11th, and 1057thepoint.com/hiking. If you want more information on that, sign up for that. I go out to all the areas. It's amazing. And if you want to get out and feel better about yourself, join us May 11th. Again, more information at 1057thepoint.com/hiking.
I don't know if you're one of those people that you cross your fingers when you kick on the AC for the first time in the season. Oh, boy, everything all right? House is still here. Hey, stand by the register. Is there hot air or cold air? Just put your hand down there. It's warm air, damn it. Oh, it's getting cold. Or same thing happens when you kick on the heat first time in the fall. Hey, it's blowing out cold air. If you need help, if you need a little system check, Hoppin Brothers. Hoppin Brothers, their air conditioning, their heating, their plumbing, their electrical, their appliance repair. And by the way, they were just named the 2019 ACCA Contractor of the Year. That's a nationwide organization that awards one contractor across the U.S., and they won. Right here, St. Louis's own Hoppin Brothers. And right now, they're actually hiring. Be part of a growing company with some great benefits. Hiring for plumbers and HVAC installation techs, and also looking for a customer experience coordinator. Join the growing team, offering free health, dental, vision insurance, matching 401k up to 8%, 2 weeks paid vacation when you start, cell phone reimbursement, and so much more. You can apply online at hoppinbros.com, HOFFMANN bros.com, or email your resume to careers@hoppinbros.com. It's Hoppin Brothers.
The Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point.
Oh, we got news coming up here. Have you ever had to share a hotel room with a coworker?
Yes.
Yes. Once.
Not like a band thing.
Okay.
Beyond that, that's like a budget thing.
Yes.
What do you mean a budget thing? Isn't it always a budget thing when you're sharing with a coworker?
Well, not if you work for a big company and you're going away on a business trip and the company makes you share a room with a coworker. Or maybe you have to share a room with your boss. Is that weird?
Yeah, I went over to Reading for the Reading Festival, and I shared a room with a fellow Point employee at the time, and it was very strange because I saw him in his underwear.
That's what I'm saying. Awkward.
Yeah. And,
was it with me?
Yep.
You saw me in my underwear?
Yep.
You did?
Underwear, no shirt on. It was the weirdest experience that we have had together to date. Because I made a
I've seen that
point.
before, and we have not shared a room.
Yeah.
I made a point that I was going to, because I planned, and I remember having this conversation with my wife. She was like, "Oh my God," and I go, "What?" And she goes, "You just sleep in your underwear." And I go, "Yeah," and she goes, "You'll be in the same room with Riz." And I was like, "Oh, good." And I wore a cutoff shirt and gym shorts.
That's funny.
That was a power move on my part, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Sure.
He stood right over my bed, right by the pillow.
We've all seen one another in nothing
some
but
sort of
underwear,
our underwear,
except
yes.
for Scott.
Yeah.
We saw him dancing at Scarlett's Cabaret.
That is
Well,
true. That is true.
doesn't
But
count.
but this is funny.
Yeah, that's not in a vulnerable state.
When we had
He had nipple tassels on.
when I had Jeff on.
Ironically, they were on. He didn't put it on for that.
Yeah.
When
that
myself
was-
and
he was
Scott
working.
had Jeff on the podcast and did the 10 questions with Jeff Burton, out of nowhere, I brought this up. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen King Scott's nipples. And then we went on about his nipples and if he was hairy or not. It was the weirdest thing
Well,
ever.
I
He's
bring
the
it
only
up-
one we haven't.
I
though.
bring it up because there's this website called Ask a Manager. And there's it's a woman that runs a website, and there was a question on there. You know, should companies make their employees, if they're going away on a business trip, share rooms? And this woman argues that work travel is, particularly draining, and people need some downtime at the end of the day, which you don't get when you share a room with a coworker.
Yeah, no.
And then it's weirdly intimate.
Mm-hmm.
Boundaries are crossed. You don't normally see your coworkers in their PJs.
It's like seeing your doctor.
Or hear them snoring.
Yeah, it's
or become familiar with their sleep habits.
It's like seeing your doctor at the store or something. It's not right.
I've said this multiple times. It's like seeing your mother-in-law's belly button.
Yeah.
You can never go back.
That's very true.
Well, I'm sorry I scarred you. I mean,
You didn't. I was over it. But I mean, like I said, at that point, it was very like, there was a brief moment in my head right then. I was like, oh, but we're here. We've reached the moment. We've reached it.
our relationship changed that day.
Remember when Tone's, I think it was the first kid was born? And we went to the hospital and saw him without his shoes on?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Do you remember how weirded he
Yeah,
out?
you
was
were
about that?
totally weirded
He
out
was
about
weirded
it.
out that I was in the hospital room without shoes on. I had socks on. I
Yeah,
just didn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
shoes
He had
on.
socks on, and they were clean and everything. It's
Yeah.
not like they were gross or dirty,
I
but you
don't
were
know.
like,
To me,
we
it's
walked
something-
out, and the first thing you said was, I didn't have shoes on.
I don't know if I would have been shoeless in a hospital.
I had been there for 72 hours.
Yeah, I totally get it.
And at the
And they-
70-hour mark, he always takes his shoes off.
They came in at like a moment like I think it was I just either woken up from a nap or something, and you guys were like on our way.
It is odd to see somebody just in their socks for the first time. It's whoa.
I don't disagree with that.
Whoa.
It's like you know it's there, but you just don't want to see it.
Like I get you wearing socks.
Yeah.
It's even more whoa if you see somebody in just socks than bare feet. I think. What's more startling? Just socks.
I don't know.
That's a tough one.
I think it's all scenario based. If you would have walked in and I was barefoot at that hospital, your head would have literally
barefoot
exploded.
at the hospital. Come on. But that was a very interesting point this woman brought up as far as coworkers on business trips sleeping together.
Yeah.
In the same room, not sleeping together in the same bed. Oh man, they just had one room left with a king size bed.
Oh, man, because then as you're putting your stuff down, you're wondering if they're a snorer. They're wondering if you're a snorer.
Now you know their sleep habits. And there were people sharing, like, stories. Some person wrote, she had a room with my boss, and he came out of the shower and stood naked in the room talking with me for, like, 10 minutes.
Oh, man. Somebody in the chat room here says, went on a work trip a week ago, and the woman that I stayed with didn't flush the toilet.
Oh. One person wrote, I guess they had a coworker with them, and I guess they need a white noise machine to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's just construction sounds.
No, I've been in a room with I've shared a room with somebody that needed a noisemaker, and it was different. I dealt with it, but I
So now you have to suffer. You have to suffer because they
Yeah.
suffer normally at home.
right. Yeah, it wasn't suffering, and I understood, but at the same time, I did have the thought of, oh, this is an interesting
What if
thing
you
to
said,
put upon
nah,
someone
I don't want
else.
it? What if you said, nah, I don't want it? Nah, no thanks.
This particular person wouldn't have cared. They don't really care about other people.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what
like,
if,
Why
yeah.
do you have to have your noisemaker?
Right.
Nah, I don't want it.
I can only sleep with on a loop of a dog barking. Is that okay? You know, there's two of you there.
Did they
you gotta
ask?
consider
Did
each
they ask if
person.
it was cool? Do you mind?
Well, you know what? There's actually two people that I've done this with, and one did ask, yes, and was very polite about it, and the other person did not ask. Now that I'm thinking about it. Not that I remember.
That's BS. That's not nice.
The one person is not a nice person. The other person can be confused for a mean person, but did ask.
That's not cool.
And I remember it was, I forget which one was which, but one of them was a full-blown, just like static white noise. And the other one was like a nature thing and then went into a white noise. And I was cool with that because at the time, I was using a sleep app. You guys ever use one of those sleep apps? You put it on your bed or close to your bed, and it actually kind of monitors your sleep patterns, so you can get a better sense of when you're in deep sleep and REM sleep and blah, blah, blah. And this particular one started with like a rainstorm or waves or something, and it would fade itself out after 10 minutes. It actually was kind of awesome.
What if now you're sleeping with your coworker in the room, and what if he toots a lot?
Oh,
in his sleep. I mean, that's a relationship changer.
Well, now you'll
what
know.
What about night terrors? I don't want to know my coworker's sleep habits. Boundaries have been crossed. Yeah, if you could spring for it, bosses, separate rooms.
I just realized I've shared a lot of hotel rooms with a lot of different people.
But with bands, that's different.
Yeah.
That's unless you're in Metallica.
A lot of different band guys and crew guys and other bands and
Yeah, that's a budget thing. But if you're working for a big conglomerate and they send you away on a trip, got to W you guys up. Come on.
You're not saving money if your employees are not happy.
That's right.
Hey,
That's
just so
right,
you
Jeff.
know, Hail Hubbard, by the way.
Hail Hubbard.
If they want to send me anywhere, I'm easy. You can stick me with anybody.
I'd rather my own
It's
room.
cool.
Yeah.
You need to send somebody on a budget, I'm your guy.
All right, let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by
Crushed Red, experience what elevated fast casual is all about.
these stories when somebody gets pulled over with a massive amount of drugs in the car. Like, Jeff, if you were tasked and hypothetically with driving a whole bunch of drugs across country, would you not follow every rule of the road?
Yeah, the first thing that I would do is get your car inspected, honestly, and just make sure you have all of your fluids, all your blinkers work, all
Everything
your brake
is on the
lights
up and
work,
up.
all
Right.
that stuff. And then you get in the car and you do the speed limit. That's what you do.
Maybe put the cruise control on.
Yeah. And
Put the
don't
cruise
get high on
control
your own
on.
supply while you're driving. Don't do it.
So cops out in St. Charles County seized more than $750,000 worth of pot and THC-laced vape cartridges on Monday night. This is during a traffic stop on 70 near Wentzville Parkway. A county officer stopped a super sweet 2018 Toyota Tundra. I'm sorry, it was a Toyota Tacoma. Stopped the car for speeding and improperly displaying plates.
Idiot.
Jeez,
If you're going to transport drugs, you got to obey the rules of the road.
I guess your job is to not draw attention to yourself.
Right. You do that by...
The 26-year-old driver said he was from Colorado Springs. I don't know if this guy was driving cross-country or, from here, whatever.
I'm from Colorado. This is personal use.
But the dude got real nervous when the officer asked him about the bottles, which were scattered across the truck, filled with what looked like urine.
So that's another thing. Maybe you want to package it up as opposed to just dumping it in the passenger seat.
Wait a minute. What was it?
Probably urine.
It was probably urine?
Probably urine.
Oh, I was thinking it was the THC.
No, they actually got the cartridges. That's what
they
I'm saying.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It was probably he was going. I'm assuming he had someplace to be real quick. No time to stop. You got to stop for gas at some point, so
Yeah.
maybe quick pit stop.
This guy's a horrible criminal.
But the officer's canine partner picked up the scent of the drugs in the truck bed, and boom, 113 pounds of pot, 1,400 vape cartridges, and the driver arrested for felony drug trafficking.
Wow.
Damn, dummy.
Got a local parent of the year nominee here. Remember a week or two ago we talked about these two parents pulling a school bus driver off the bus and beating her on the street? There was video of it too.
Yeah.
On Monday, a woman allegedly flashed a gun and threatened to shoot a school bus driver.
Oh, my God.
Same bus company as the first incident. That was a First Student, was the company.
That's a big one, I believe, right?
On Monday, the
Yes.
driver was en route to Gateway Elementary School when a mother of three, 27-year-old Keandra Williams, got upset, pulled out a pistol. This was on North Jefferson near downtown. The bus driver told police that there was some jaw-jacking back and forth at one of the stops. And then the mom followed the bus to the next stop and then allegedly pulled out a gun from her car and threatened the driver. I think pointed the gun at the driver and said, I'm going to shoot you in the head. Something like that. Before driving off. So mom charged with one count of unlawful use of a weapon. Good example for the kiddos.
Yeah, great example.
I think this is a pretty good idea. The O'Fallon, Missouri Police Department offering free color-coordinated stickers for people who have autism, are diabetic, are hearing impaired, or have Alzheimer's or dementia. They're calling it a special needs sticker initiative. So you could put the sticker near your front door. You could put it on your car. So first responders can be ready for what's on the other side and maybe avoid some kind of incident.
That's a great idea. This reminds me of the stickers on the houses back in the day where it said there was a child in this room.
Yeah.
I
They were
remember
like the
the
silver
black
stickers.
Yeah, they had like a firefighter.
Yeah,
on it,
yeah,
said
the
there's a
silver
child
sticker,
here.
yeah.
What?
I don't remember those at all. I just remember the Black Home.
No, there were these silver stickers and it had the firefighter like carrying the kid. Mm-hmm. So the firefighters could see there was a kid in that window.
Yeah. Pretty cool idea.
They don't make those anymore, huh?
Maybe they do. I don't know.
Well, for one example, one of the stickers says, emergency responders, an occupant may have autism or special needs, may not respond to verbal commands.
Tot Finder.
Tot Finder. That's what it was.
Tot Finder?
Tot Finder.
So this is a sticker you would put on the outside of a window showing that this is a child's room.
I totally know this.
You remember those? Come on, man.
I don't remember those.
The red ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally remember that.
I don't remember those, but
Yeah, red and silver.
maybe they went away because of concerns of giving strangers a heads up about
There was a kid in the room.
kids in the house, kids in the
Damn, I
kids in
didn't
the
think
rooms.
of that. I didn't even think of that. That's like I had a grand idea like 30 years ago. When kids were always lost, if you find a kid, just have your kid walk around with your home phone number on it and say, if I'm lost, here's my home phone number. How dumb of an idea was that?
Well, I remember the block home things because they went around our elementary school and said if you're in trouble and you're running from a stranger, it was before cell phones and all that. If you're running from a stranger and you see this sign, that means it's a safe house and most likely somebody's home. So you run in there and you have somebody in there call the police. And then as I got older, I went, what the hell is a vetting process for getting one of these things to put in your window? Because I'm pretty sure they were just handing them out to whatever parents said that they were cool with them at the school.
I have a for sure answer on why those stickers are no longer being used. Number one is the reason that we just said it makes your house vulnerable. Criminals, even if not just predators, criminals go, that's where I'm breaking in because there's a kid in there and I can get in easily. Number two is because you may move from that house and that sticker still is on the outside window and has now been converted into an office. And when a fire department shows up, they go, there's a kid in that room, and they go in and it's an office and they've just wasted precious time.
Yeah. Well, these stickers are free. So I guess you just have to contact the O'Fallon Police Department, O'Fallon, Missouri Police Department.
And where do you put these?
They're big. They're big stickers. You can put them on the outside of your house.
Gotcha.
Like by the front door or put it on your car. So they know that somebody who's, has autism or, diabetic, hearing impaired, whatever. The stickers are definitely big enough to catch a first responder's
for sure
attention.
And it's not something that's like, wild, like, hey, look at me, I have autism, don't mess with me. It's literally like a warning, like they may not respond correctly to commands, just like a heads
emergency
up.
responders, an occupant may have whatever, may not respond to verbal commands. It almost looks like a Monopoly like property card because it's color coordinated. And they're looking at epilepsy and other forms of seizures or medical conditions to this free sticker initiative. I think it's a great idea.
I do too.
Good news, more good news. I believe this is a yearly thing, but U.S. News puts out a ranking of the best high schools in every state. And this year, man, the St. Louis area had a very good showing as far as Missouri schools go. Wildwood's Lafayette High School was ranked the #1 high school in Missouri.
Wow.
In fact, 9 of the 10 top-ranked high schools in the state are local schools. Rockwood Summit in Fenton was 3rd. Eureka, ranked 4th. Metro Academic and Classical High School was 5th. Where is West High? Is that Parkway West? Is that considered Parkway West?
Missouri?
West High? It sounds like a movie.
In Baldwin.
Sounds like what?
Sounds like a movie.
West High, Parkway West High School.
Okay, that's in Baldwin, 6th. Lindbergh, 7th. Marquette and Chesterfield was 8th. Afton High was 9th. And Fort Zumwalt West High School was 10th.
Wow, go us. Or them, I guess.
So congratulations to y'all. There is a video making the rounds nationally. And it's from something that happened here in St. Louis this is a good thing. And I saw this video yesterday. I'm like, man, it got dusty in here because, wow. And this is from the Cardinals game on Sunday. Sunday was Transplant Awareness Day at Busch Stadium. And a woman in St. Louis named Savannah went to the Cardinals game even though she hates baseball. She was there with her family for this Transplant Awareness Day to honor her brother Donovan, who died in an accident 3 years ago. But because he was an organ donor, he saved several people's lives. Anyway, Savannah and her siblings had just posed for a photo when a woman walked up and said, "Hey, are you Donovan's family?" And it turned out she'd seen the shirts they were wearing with Donovan's picture on them. And she recognized Donovan because her father got his heart.
Oh, my.
The 65-year-old guy, John Sumi, had been in heart failure for 5 years before the transplant. And he was also there for Transplant Awareness Day. And he was with his family. He'd never met anyone in Donovan's family before. The only contact they'd had was a letter where John wasn't allowed to reveal his last name. But he knew who Donovan was, and he'd seen pictures. And there's the video going around of Savannah and her family hugging John one at a time with their ear up to his heart.
Oh, boy.
Listening to Donovan's heart.
It's incredible.
It's an amazing video. And everybody's crying, and here they are talking about it. It's an amazing video. Again, this is something from Sunday's Cardinal game.
Neither one of us were expecting it. I could tell he was overwhelmed. I mean, obviously, you got this person's heart. It's really crazy feeling. We didn't even get to our seats until I'd say like the fifth inning. A woman walked up to us and said, "Are you Donovan's family?" And we kind of had a confused look, like, "Yeah, like who are you?" And she just had her demeanor changed, and we're like, okay, something's going on. And she was like, "My husband was a recipient of Donovan's heart." It was crazy. That's the closest I've been to my brother since it's happened. His heart is literally beating against my ear right now, and it was a wonderful feeling.
Boy, it's amazing.
heavy.
What a great story.
I think we're up against a hard break, aren't we? We have to break or something.
Let's make a hard right here.
That's great, man. That's amazing.
Got a couple stories here. You tell me if these were overreactions.
Yes.
You don't know yet. You don't know. You tell me if these were overreactions.
Yes.
And by the way, who would have guessed a 33-year-old guy who was desperate to keep living with his mom might have, maturity issues? We'll start with that. There's a 33-year-old guy. He's from Pittsburgh. And he'd been living with his mom last year, but she finally kicked him out in September after he wouldn't stop drinking and smoking weed. So he was a bum. And he was so upset that he grabbed a box with his grandparents' ashes in it and flushed it right down the toilet.
Oh, my God.
Holy
Wowzers.
And the mom didn't realize what he'd done until February, and she called the cops. And they ran an investigation, and this guy was just arrested for 2 counts of abuse of a corpse and 1 count of criminal mischief.
Whoa.
So mom's kicks you out, you flush Gam-Gams and
Gam and Pawpaw
and
are now,
Pawpaw's
like,
ashes.
in the river.
Overreaction?
You betcha, Riz.
All right, so you got that one right. How about this one? Overreaction or not? And I'm not defending people who commit crimes, but at this point, you've got to realize that if you share Avengers Endgame spoilers, you're probably going to get punched in the face. Remember what that happened in Hong Kong?
Yeah.
And it's happened here, too, in America. Cops in Friendswood, Texas, got a call from a Domino's Pizza a couple days ago. Apparently, one employee shared an Avengers Endgame spoiler with his 33-year-old coworker, and the coworker attacked him.
Jeez. My Lord.
Overreaction?
You betcha, Riz.
Okay. Give that to you. That was close, though. It was close to not being.
Yeah.
All right, one more. Was this an overreaction?
Yes.
There's a 50-year-old guy from Milwaukee. Back on March 14th, he went to a bar with his dog, and the bartender told him, "Hey, you can't have a dog in here. No dogs allowed. Sorry. You got to take it back to your car." And later on, when the bartender went outside, this guy drove straight at him.
Okay.
And the bartender actually went up on the hood and rolled over the hood. Dude took off. Some witnesses got his plate number, and he was arrested for felony hit and run. So, hey, the dog was not allowed in the bar. Overreaction? You run over the bartender.
I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to give that to you, too. 2 people have been diagnosed with HIV after having a vampire facial at a spa in New Mexico. We talked about this.
Damn. Yeah.
The State's Department of Health is saying that if you had a treatment at this place called the VIP Spa in Albuquerque, get yourself tested. Remember what these vampire facials are? A person's own blood is injected into their face as a way of kind of refreshing their skin. Kim Kardashian did it back in 2013. I guess she had an Instagram post with blood on her face, and then it became popular. Everybody had to get one. And the spa was closed last September after an inspection found problems with the way they had handled needles. And now 2 people have the HIV.
Wow. So they were reusing.
Yep. A new tobacco device has been cleared by the FDA. It's a Philip Morris product called the IQOS. It's a heat-not-burn tobacco device. And now that the FDA has cleared it, it can be sold here in the States. So I don't know if you saw this. The device features a tube that heats up tobacco rather than burning it, which results in the user inhaling something that is less harmful than your typical cigarette smoke. The thing's already sold in dozens of other countries, although the FDA here has put strict marketing restrictions on this thing, the IQOS, trying to keep minors from using it. But health experts are still worried. Hey, this could appeal to young people who didn't previously smoke. And they're also worried that this device could simply give smokers a different option instead of quitting smoking altogether.
Right. Kind of one of the first things I thought.
You're still getting nicotine, which is not good for the kids. But, I mean, speaking of that, smoking stuff isn't usually the healthiest choice. Am I right?
Correct.
But when you're pregnant, it's even worse.
Yes.
No question.
Well, we haven't looked at an update on whether it's still okay or not.
We all could agree on that.
Okay.
Smoking is not good, whatever it is, when you're pregnant. However, a new study finds that 3.6% of pregnant women are frequently using e-cigarettes. And this is worrying because e-cigarettes still contain nicotine, just like traditional cigarettes, which can damage a baby's developing organs. But it's vapor and it smells like cheesecake.
Dude, it's just vape and it's Bubblicious bubble gum.
Don't you see? It's New York style cheesecake, of course.
My baby's going to be born addicted to cheesecake.
But it's not regular cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's still not good for you.
Ridiculous.
Some say e-cigarettes are healthier, safer alternative to cigarette smoking. The CDC says, it's not really the case. I don't know. Who are you going to believe?
Mm-hmm.
And finally, in your news, there is a time and place for everything. And being in a Friendly's restaurant is not the time to Joe. You guys know what a Friendly's is? A Friendly's restaurant?
Yeah,
I've heard of
this
it.
one in
Best
Hannibal.
describe it. It's almost like an Applebee's, kind of Perkins.
Yeah, Perkins.
I don't know what a Perkins is, so that doesn't help.
Perkins is the green. It's like a green and yellow logo, right?
Yes.
Kind of cursive or something. Friendly's is the same exact type of thing.
Yeah, kind of like
Friendly's to me the menu looks like a Denny's.
Yeah, Denny's, but so is a Perkins. Yeah, Denny's. Denny's would be a good way to describe
Like if Denny's and Red Robin had a baby, it would be this.
So a Friendly's. A 69-year-old guy from Maryland is looking at charges of indecent exposure, open lewdness, and other offenses after cops say he was seen joeing in the men's room at this Friendly's in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. So the creepster was in a bathroom stall when a boy walked in. The kid saw him stand up and begin, quote, rapidly joeing.
Oh, boy.
He then asked the boy, "Are you waiting for the stall?" The kid said, "Yeah." And the guy said, "I'm done," finished up and left. Now, here's the thing. The kid told the dad, who saw the guy leave in a blue car with these Maryland plates. The next day, the boy and his family were back at the Friendly's having lunch. Same one. I don't know if it were me and my family, I got, maybe this Friendly's is not for us. A little too friendly.
Yeah, no kidding. They're getting real friendly. You know what they are? Friendly's and Perkins. If Cracker Barrel wanted to get into the Applebee's type of game.
If Cracker Barrel got rid of the gift shop, in the
It's
lobby.
exactly it. Yeah, yeah. It's like a kind of like a country sort of feel of an Applebee's.
So the boy and the family back at the same Friendly's, and while there, the dad saw the same guy that was joeing in the bathroom the day before in the parking lot, and he was looking into the restaurant's windows with binoculars.
You've got to be kidding me.
And he noticed, the creepster noticed the boy and the dad and the family in the Friendly's and took off. Police traced the license plate number, and this guy was arrested. And he wound up admitting, yeah, he was there joeing the day before. And he says he often does it in public restrooms because he, quote, gets aroused by the idea of somebody catching him.
Okay.
You don't want to have that thought in your head. You got to concentrate. What's going on?
Okay, Jeff.
I guess it is a little creepy.
I don't like
There you go.
that.
And that's your news brought to you by Mentality Health. Tired, drained, Mentality Health is here to help. Take back your life, family, and work. Visit mentalityhealth.com. Let's give away some tickets after the break. King Scott, activate the phones. 314-6-WALKER, 314-692-5537. And it's your chance to pick your tickets. Your choice. Point Fest, Third Eye Blind, the Disrupt Fest with the Used and Thrice, Breaking Benjamin, Beck and KG Elephant, Slipknot, Korn and Alice in Chains, Wayback Point Fest, the Black Keys. And the game we're playing is?
Yes.
You forgot.
Real or fake sports nickname.
That's right.
I forgot what I titled it. I'm like, I know it's sports nicknames, but what the hell did I call it?
So Patrico found this book he got, I guess, a while ago. The book is called Yogi, Babe, and Magic, the complete book of sports nicknames. And going through the book, some of the nicknames are pretty ridiculous.
They're actually hysterical. Some of them, like, out of context, are filthy.
So, like, the Great Bambino. Yes, that is a real nickname for Babe Ruth.
There was one where it was the Human Club, which, I mean, out of context,
that's Red Shane,
that's
right?
Lefty Borton.
So Patrico's going to give you a nickname. You have to tell us if it's something that we made up or is it a real sports nickname. 2 out of 3 right, you win. 314-692-5537, 314-6-WALKER. 8:40 on this Wednesday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
You, my friend, are a walking disaster.
Coming at you.
Your point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, thehomeloanexpert.com. Eastbound 270, the exit ramp there. Northbound 370 blocked due to an accident. Point forecast today, more rain and thunderstorms. Highs just under 80 tonight. Rain and thunderstorms. Lows going to be right under 60. And right now, it is 64 at the Point Studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
So as far as you losing weight goes, I don't know what your reasons are. You just don't feel good about yourself. You step on the scale, up, new record. That's not a good feeling to have when you see that number. Or you got, a vacation coming up. You want to lose, 10, 15 pounds before the vacation. Or, think summer's around the corner. Pool parties. You're going to be the guy wearing the woman wearing the shirt in the pool. Do something about it. Get to your weight loss goals. And you have to diet and you have to exercise. Those are the 2 pillars when it comes to losing weight. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to go to supplement superstores. It's okay to talk with an employee. All certified sports nutrition specialists, all certified personal trainers, and supplement superstores, they've helped, thousands upon thousands of people in the St. Louis area lose thousands upon thousands of pounds. And the newest thing they have is the 1DB Overdrive Fast Pack, the 1DB Goddess Fast Pack. Boost your metabolism, optimize your thyroid function, help you burn some of that fat naturally. Going to crush your cravings, so you're dieting. It's going to help with the self-control. Going to give you an all-day focused energy boost, where after being at the office for 8-10 hours, you'll have the energy to work out, hit the gym for, 30, 45 minutes, all you need. And there's a new element called the OptiGreens 50, which is all about gut health. Because recent research proves that gut health plays a big role in weight loss and energy levels and your overall health. It's all about the microbiomes in your gut, figuring out how efficiently you digest and use the nutrients in the food you eat, either storing them as fat or using them for energy. 1DB Overdrive, 1DB Goddess Fast Packs, you're going to get to your weight loss goals, and it's available at Supplement Superstores. Mention the Riz Show and get 25% off. Supplement Superstores online at supplementsuperstores.com.
Mother's Day right around the corner, Sunday, May 12th, and you want to make sure that you take care of your moms, and your moms can be taken care of by getting flowers from Walter Knoll Florist. Just go on their website, WKF.com. What you see is what you get. And we're talking beautiful bouquets that are delivered exactly the way that they appear on the website. You don't have to put anything together. It's not going to show up in a box. The guy's not going to throw it on your front porch, ring the doorbell, and run. They're going to be delivered by somebody that knows how to handle flowers. Whether it be a live plant or just your mom's favorite flowers, you will be taken care of. And it doesn't have to be just your mom. I mean, it could be your aunt, your grandma, anybody that's been like a mom to you. So again, WKF.com. Stop by any of the locations or just give them a call, 1-800-341-ROSE. That's 1-800-341-ROSE. It is Walter Knoll Florist. This is the place where you go. Again, and what you see is what you get. It's absolutely incredible, and I cannot speak highly enough for them. WKF.com, 1-800-341-ROSE. Walter Knoll Florist. We know flowers.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to The Rizzuto Show. Happy birthday, Riz.
Gonna give away these tickets in just a couple minutes here. Point Fest tickets, Third Eye Blind tickets, Disrupt Fest, Breaking Ben, Beck and Cage the Elephant, Slipknot, Corn, Alice in Chains, Way Back Point Fest, Black Keys. Your chance to pick your tickets. You guys realize the Kentucky Derby is on Saturday?
Yeah, man.
Man, I've been counting down to
You
it.
had no idea, did you?
No, I did. I'm just saying, yeah, man, like I'm more excited about it than I actually am.
I totally knew it was then and totally still did not care.
Yeah, so I've seen this. I've seen the promos on TV. There was a time when I cared.
You
but
don't
I
watch
really
the Harris races?
I do a little bit. If I'm if I'm at home and I know it's on, I will watch it. But I'm not going to plan my day around it unless somebody's having a party.
Usually the boss has a Kentucky Derby party. I
Oh,
don't think
yeah,
we're
that's right. I've been to one.
I'll go like this.
I don't think we're invited anymore.
Bloop, bloop,
You're right.
bloop. Oh, it's on. Cool. Bloop. Next, I'm out.
I was going to say, hey, he used to have one up until maybe he still was having one. I just didn't get the invite anymore. I wasn't sure.
No. I think remember after what Patrico did at the last one?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's right. You didn't
The
wear a
bathroom
hat.
has still never been the
Did they
same.
ever find the cat?
The last time I think we went to the boss's Kentucky Derby party was the day after I found out my wife was pregnant.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you and Moon got into it.
Well, no, it was funny because I did get into it with Moon there.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
from
because
what?
you play that stupid Buffalo Club game.
Oh, okay.
And I had a Tervis cup full of vodka. And he went, Buffalo Club. I'm like, I'm not playing your dumb game. And you go, then you're out. I guess I'm out.
That's right.
You want me to chug a Tervis full of vodka?
So it's the 145th running of the Kentucky Derby happening on Saturday. The Derby bills itself as what?
The Run for the Roses.
No, the greatest,
The greatest
2 minutes
show
in
on
sports.
turf.
No, the greatest 2 minutes in sports. That's right. So the purse for the Derby was just raised to $3 million this year. That's up from $2 million, which had been the overall prize since 2005. From 96 to 2004, it was $1 million. So the winning horse receives $1.86 million. Runner-up, $600,000. Third place, $300,000. Fourth place, $150,000. Fifth place, $90,000. Winning jockey usually gets 10%. Runner-ups get only 5%. The losing jockeys get diddly squat. Nothing. The ones that finish outside the top five receive just a couple $100 a piece.
I think the guy who won last year's going for a back-to-back this year. For sure.
Well, the favorite, I guess the Kentucky Derby post positions were announced yesterday. Omaha Beach has the best odds at 4-1. Game Winner is close behind at 5-1, followed by Improbable and Roadster, both 6-1.
Have you ever watched that, where they do the lane assignments and stuff? It's actually pretty fascinating because there's a lot of strategy behind it, obviously.
Is that where they'll kind of sit like under a tent?
I don't remember
Or it's in a room or
the
something?
setting, but I remember there's like placards they put up on the thing. And
So Mike Smith is riding Omaha Beach, and if he wins, it'll be the second straight. You're right.
Yeah.
He won last year with who? Anybody remember who won last year?
Judge's favorite. Hot Shot. Frosty.
No, stop.
Secretary.
Not Secretariat.
Man,
Pharaoh.
Give me
American Pharaoh.
Give me a
Samuel
real clue.
Jackson.
Give me a clue. It's on the tip of my tongue.
We'll figure.
I just named all of our horses, by the way.
Starts with a J.
Justify. Yeah, you got it.
Tony got it. Justify actually won the Triple Crown.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Actually won the Triple Crown. You don't even remember. Huh?
No, because it's that.
I got a couple ribbons and some trophies. It's pretty good.
Would you like to go to the Kentucky Derby?
I think I would. If someone offered me tickets and I was close.
It would have to be the right circumstances.
Yeah.
Like 74 degrees and sunny.
And like I'm
in there
in a box
Kentucky
or something. Or
if it were free.
Because I heard the infield is like crazy.
Yeah, I've been, Scott and I, there's a couple tours that go by some of the, I forget which ones, but some of the real big, nice tracks, and they are really cool looking grounds. So I would like to see that excitement and dress up for it.
They say it's like almost like Mardi Gras.
Well,
like on the infield, like just boozing.
Oh, really?
And as somebody who used to be in the equestrian world, that whole weekend, there's a huge, what is the big horse thing that's right around? Is it the Rolex? Isn't that around that?
I'm not sure. And that's the thing is Scott and I came from the other side of the equestrian world. We did rodeo and barrel racing.
Oh, you did the western side?
Yeah, we did
You're
pulls
thinking
and barrels.
Kentucky Derby and the hats and everybody dressed nice. The infield is not like that. It's muddy. It's gross.
Somebody says here that the Kentucky Derby Festival Waterfront Jam has like live music, 2 stages, beers, all kinds of stuff. And My Posse in Effect, the guys from St. Louis, the Beastie Boys tribute band, will be there.
Oh, did they get 160,000 people at the racetrack? 160,000.
That's awesome. Yeah, I never knew anything about that side of the world, Jeff. I'm sure there are people that there's a lot of crossover, but for us, it was all like, Missouri and state fairs and rodeos and that kind of stuff. It was just a completely different world than.
Yeah.
So the race is Saturday, NBC at 5:50. I guess that is what time they start. And it's supposed to rain. So it's going to be Jeff's favorite, a sloppy track.
I love that.
Track's going to be sloppy.
That's your band name, dude.
The Sloppy Tracks?
Yeah, Jeff Burton and the Sloppy Tracks.
I like it.
Yeah, I got my money on Secretariat this year, I think. Secretariat's got a real good chance.
Yeah, I think so.
Judge's favorite, man. He's good.
Who's
little
Judge's
Arabian.
favorite?
That was our Arabian horse. I won lots of stuff with Judge.
Ah, a couple ribbons, huh?
Yeah,
All right.
couple ribbons.
That's great.
Couple 2, 3.
Couple 2, 3 ribbons. Yes, Jeff?
Did you ever see the movie Secretariat, though?
No.
I think you would actually like it. You look it up and see the amount of names that you know that are in it.
It ends at the glue factory, right?
Is that stop it. Now
No.
you're getting too close to home.
Why? Judge's favorite?
No, he hates glue.
Stop it. Because Judge is dog food right now. Oh, man. Is that the Tobey Maguire one or is that Seabiscuit?
That's Seabiscuit. Yeah, this has got Bill Murray in it and a handful of other people. It's really a John Malkovich, Diane Lane.
Oh, all right.
Margot Martindale, I know you're a huge fan.
I'm a huge fan of Margot.
Glue factory. I remember the moment that I found out that's where the horses go.
The glue factory?
Oh, dude, I broke. It hurt me.
Do they really make glue out of horses? Is that a thing?
It's like hooves. Cow and horse hooves and things. That's how they used to do it. There's like the
do they do that anymore?
The gelatin or something.
What was the year
in
they
it?
had to shoot the horse on the track? Remember that one year?
Oh, dude, that happens all the time.
Not during the Kentucky Derby on TV.
Oh, right, yeah. Like last lap or something?
Isn't Secretariat, the story of Secretariat, the one where the lady went, there was like 2 people and they had to divvy up certain horses and Secretariat the ownership was gotten by a coin flip.
Coin
Is that
toss.
right?
Maybe so, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Are you looking that up? What year? No.
Is that
Look
the
up
one with
what year,
Fonda?
and I forget what. It was like the favorite, too, like broke its leg. And they put up a curtain and they shot the horse on the track.
Yeah, they put
Yikes.
Barbaro.
Right
Barbaro. R.I.P.
Shattered his legs.
Barely knew you.
Won the Kentucky Derby, shattered his leg 2 weeks later in the 2006 Preakness Stakes, which ended his racing career and eventually led to his death. I don't think they put him down on the track, though.
There was a horse that was put down on the track.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't long ago either because
It
we made a big deal about it.
It was not too long ago.
Because the video was everywhere.
They put the curtain up.
Yeah. that was pretty bad. Actually, Judge, our horse, when he died kind of suddenly on the property, so he got buried in the field, in the cornfield, And a few weeks later, it was a gnarly thunderstorm that really messed up the ground, and the dog came running back up with one of the legs.
Oh, no.
my goodness.
You remember that?
Wow.
But Thunder got sent to the meat packers, and that's the one I cried over.
Wow. Can you imagine? Oh, what do you got there? Oh, my God, that's a leg.
Is that what horse was that?
This is Fieldmaster killed at Crayborn.
Oh, they killed him while I was standing? That's not the one that I remember.
Yeah, it was a bigger race.
Oh, my goodness.
There
They killed a horse on the track.
Oh, I don't
guess it
remember.
happens.
I don't remember that. I remember a different one where they just covered his face and euthanized it right there. They shot him on a track right
My
there.
God says you have to shoot it in the head to kill them.
Oh, boy.
Somebody says it was 8 bells and it wasn't shot. I don't know.
Maybe 8 bells. That sounds familiar. Okay, anyway, let's give away some tickets.
Did we do the
People are holding on the phone. We're arguing over horse names.
All right, so we got your chance to.
Yep. See, we're never getting to it.
2008.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm talking about. I've seen this one.
2008.
Where they shoot? What did they shoot it?
I don't know. It just
Yeah.
says it dies on the track.
I'm almost certain they shoot it because you see the legs go poop.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's because they just cover his face and his neck.
Let's give away some tickets here. Tickets, well, your choice. Point Fest, Third Eye Blind, Disrupt Fest, Break and Bend, Beck and Cage Elephant, Slipknot, Korn, Wayback Point Fest, Black Keys. Yes, your chance to pick your tickets because it is National Concert Week, and starting at 11 a.m. today, your chance to get the special $20 all-in tickets to a whole bunch of shows coming to town. So the game is real or fake sports nicknames. Patrico's going to give you a nickname. You have to tell us if it's a real nickname or something we made up. 2 out of 3 right, you win.
8 bells had a heart attack and died on the track.
From the heart attack?
Mid-race had a heart attack and died, and literally like threw the jockey. Like the jockey went like 6 feet.
Oh, like died in stride.
Yeah, like as it was running, had a heart attack. Its heart exploded and it died.
Oh, I don't mean to be the guy that says this, but is there a video of that?
Let's
don't
give away
see
these
it.
tickets.
You don't see it. It's right off camera.
Ryan?
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan.
Oh,
Thanks
hey,
for
Ryan.
holding.
Hey, Ryan.
All right, here we go.
Happy
Real or
birthday,
fake?
Riz.
Real or, thank you, sir. Real or fake sports nicknames?
All right, Ryan. Tough Juice.
Fake.
Tough Juice is a real nickname.
That sucks.
Karan Butler.
As
Karan
confident,
Butler.
as confident as he sounded there. Darn
What
it,
sport?
anyway.
Basketball.
Basketball.
NBA. What about the white Chris Webber?
That is a real nickname.
That is real, yes. Yes, one right.
St. Louis's own David Lee.
NBA.
NBA. Tudor Magooter.
Tuna Magooter, if you get this right, you win.
God, that better be fake.
Tuna Magooter is a fake. What do you want?
Well, you got Kentucky Derby tickets, right?
Yes, hang on. It's gotta hook you up. Hang on.
Oh, man.
We don't have Kentucky Derby tickets, no. Charles and Troy. Hello, Charles.
Hi.
Hey, Charles. All right, here we go.
The Muscle Hamster.
Fake.
Fake? Nope. That is real. Doug Martin from the NFL. The muscle hamster.
The Fender Ender.
Real.
That is also fake. And
Sorry.
Charles is out. 314-692-5537. 314-6-Walker. Real or fake sports nicknames? Dylan in Baldwin. Hello, Dylan.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, it's Dylan.
Hey, Dylan.
Here we go.
The Jukin Jew.
Fake.
That is fake, yes. Something that Patrico made up.
Yep. What about Saturn Nuts? Saturn Nuts.
That's got to be fake.
That is real.
That's when you know it's real.
Saturn Nuts is Bronson Arroyo from the MLB.
I did not know that. Is he still playing? Do we know?
I have no idea.
Good old Saturn Nuts.
Good old Saturn Nuts.
He was the pitcher for the Reds that had the cornrows for a while,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and plays guitar.
How about Big Sexy?
Oh, that's got to be real.
That damn right, that's real. Good win. Bartolo Colon. That's Big Sexy. What do you want?
Breaking Ben.
Breaking Ben, you are going. Hang on. It's Dylan. He's a winner.
Way to go, Dylan.
Stacy in Washington. Hello, Stacy.
Hello.
All right, let's play. Real or fake
Stacy.
sports nicknames.
Here you go. Your first name is Mr. Always Drinking Coffee.
Fake.
Yeah, it's fake.
What about Dr. Duncanstein?
Or is it Duncan Steen? Is it Dr. Duncan Stein or Dr. Duncan Steen?
Either way.
Either way, let's go real.
Yeah! All right, what do you want?
Let's go Beck, Cage the
Beck
Elephant.
and Cage the Elephant, you are going. Hang on 1 second.
That's a famous ping pong player, right? Duncanstein?
I think so.
Dr. Duncanstein.
Ping pong.
You know what, Scott? Let's just give out Point Fest tickets. I'm out of the other stuff. What?
That's not a good idea. I mean, that's not a bad idea. It's a big show coming to town.
Right.
Big show coming to town.
Okay. Let's do this one more time here. Matt in St. Anne. Matt.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir. Here we go.
All right. How about this one? Frosted Big Wheats.
That'd be fake.
That's fake. All right.
Really good with almond milk, though.
All right. How about this one? The Man with the Plan from Japan.
They called me that in high school. That has to be real.
Ooh, no, that's fake.
Damn it.
That's fake.
All right. How about the Hick from French Lick?
Ooh. Can you repeat that?
The Hick from French Lick.
I'll go real.
That is Mr. Larry Bird. Is the hit from French Lick.
Whoa, no
St.
way.
Anne rules,
I wasn't
bruh.
sure
All
who
right, hang
that
on.
was, but I knew it was somebody big. I couldn't remember who, though.
I think he's from French Lick, Indiana.
I know he's from Indiana.
All right, well, let's end on a high note.
big.
Do,
might as
do we
well.
want to do a power round with them two
6'7"
to see if
at
they can
least.
get him real quick or no?
Oh, wait, before we do that, we do have a concert announcement to make real quick.
Oh, yeah, the Point welcomes Real Big Fish and the Aquabats.
Yes.
Saturday, July 13th at the Pageant, $25 in advance, 28th day of. And tickets go on sale Friday, May 3rd at 10 a.m.
Also just announced the Jonas Brothers coming to Enterprise
It's Jabra.
September 14th with
Nice.
Bebe Rexha. Let's see how these fellows do.
Okay. Old Aches and Pains. Old Aches and Pains.
Old aches and pains.
I'm going to say real.
I'm going to say fake.
It is real.
See?
Golden Privates.
That's Luke Appling?
Luke Appling, yep. Golden Privates.
That's fake.
Fake.
That is fake, yes.
The Human
I
Rain
want it
Delay.
to be real.
The Human Rain
Rain.
Delay.
That's
Hey.
real.
You guys have called me that.
Yes. I call you that frequently.
I guess I'll say fake.
It's real. Moon.
Okay, that's,
No, it's
that doesn't
Steve
count.
Traxel is the Human Rain Delay.
I remember there was somebody. I have no idea who.
What about ulcers?
Ulcers.
Ooh, I want to say fake, but that sounds. I don't think that would have come out of your imaginations. I'll say real.
I'll say fake.
That is real.
Damn
Frank Ulcers McCool
Yep.
from the NHL.
it. Sure.
Jojo the Jumpin' Jehovah.
Fake.
Real.
Fake.
What about Paul the Pitcher?
Paul the pitcher. I'll go fake.
Fake.
They're real.
Damn it anyway.
But
From the
let's
NBA.
see. Really?
Paul,
Yep.
Paul
I
Arzen? never heard of that guy.
what about this one, the
Yeah,
final
'cause
one?
he's playing the wrong sport.
How about this? Two-ply the vacuum.
Fake.
Fake.
Fake indeed. You guys didn't do great.
I'll do.
Great rap name, though.
I'll do Point Fest tickets, please.
I'll take the Jonas Brothers tickets.
Is there a meet and greet?
Sports headline Hooge next 9:08 on this Wednesday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
Do all of us a favor and go have a heart attack, you little rat-faced bitch.
Coming at you.
Your point traffic update, that being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, thehomeloanexpert.com. Right now, exit ramp from eastbound 270 to northbound 370 is backed up because of an accident. Your point forecast today, rain and thunderstorms, highs just under 80. Tonight, rain and thunderstorms, lows right around 60. Right now, it is 66 at the Point Studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
If you woke up miserable again this morning up in your sinuses, it's kind of time to be honest with yourself. If you're constantly getting the sinus infections and all that congestion and the headaches, it's not always because it's going to rain. Just be honest with yourself and go, I could have an issue here. Now, there's two different paths you can go down. You can go down to the hospital path and spend a night or two in the hospital and get your face broken up on the inside and deal with the money aspect of it, all of the pain medicine aspect of it, the time away from your friends and family, the time away from your work or school as well. Or you can do the St. Louis Sinus Center and Dr. Gould. Very simple. Make an appointment. You can go to their website, stlsinuscenter.com or 314-473-5433. Just go to their website, stlsinuscenter.com. Make an appointment and get it done. One visit, one procedure, and then you don't have to worry about it ever again. Balloon sinus dilation. It doesn't break everything up inside your sinuses. It just takes care of it. They treat the sinus issue right there in the office. No overnight in the hospital, no drugs, no breaking up your face, and not a ton of money. Those are things you have to deal with if you go in the hospital and get it done. Go to these guys, Dr. Gould, St. Louis Sinus Center, 314-473-5433, stlsinuscenter.com.
Hey, don't forget to think about the real pros this Mother's Day. Mother's Day is coming up on May 12th. Your moms, come on. Where would you be without your mom? Your mom deserves something, real nice. You got to get your mom flowers. Your mom, your wife, baby mama, grandma. I'm telling you, these 1 dozen assorted roses from Pro Flowers. These flowers are gorgeous. I got them for my wife last week. You got the pink roses, the white ones, the yellow ones. Just really brightens up the room. And with Pro Flowers, choose what you want. A variety of bouquets, unique vases that suits every mom's style. Then you simply select the delivery date you want. And Pro Flowers, they carefully package those flowers. They deliver them fresh from the farm. And express delivery means those flowers stay fresh. Right now, get 1 dozen assorted roses for $19.99. Double the roses and get a premium vase for just $9.99 more. So hit up proflowers.com, click the microphone in the top right-hand corner, and enter my code RIZ. That's proflowers.com, microphone code RIZZ. Mother's Day is May 12th, so don't wait. Order like a pro. Get this amazing rose deal to thank all the moms in your life.
Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point.
All right, welcome back. Phone number 314-6-WALKER, 314-692-5537. Cameras and chat room, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. On the socials, at RIZZ Show. You can always send us your emails, RizShow at 1057thepoint.com. Here's sports.
Don't screw this up, fatty.
Sports brought to you by our friends at West County Auto Body, the best auto body repair facility in the country. Tonight, Blues have Game 4 of their series against the Stars in Dallas. With a win, the Blues will go up 3-1 and have a chance to close things out on Friday night at Enterprise Center.
Boy.
It is a late puck drop tonight, 8:30 p.m. game start. Now, I do want to bring this up. You know how last game, we talked about, and it seems that the Blues have not really made a big deal out of it. Everybody else has made a huge deal out of, Esa Lindell and his dives.
Yeah.
I found Chris Kerber's call while it happened. Love it. And I got it here. It's 30 seconds.
This is Bortuzzo.
This is Bortuzzo giving him the cross-checks in the corner and him embellishing. They both got penalties. Bortuzzo for cross-checking, Lindell for embellishment. And here's Kerber's call.
Here's Kerbs.
Absolutely amazing.
Betsa trying to pull it out. Bortuzzo drops Lindell down. Lindell dives. Lindell dives again. Call him for put him in the box for being Greg Louganis. And then he dives again. Esa Lindell just dove 3 times. And the referee was going to put Robert Bortuzzo in the penalty box for cross-checking, Lindell in the penalty box for embellishment diving. Then Lindell just dove a 3rd time. What an absolute farce.
And people around the league are saying that Esa Lindell may have caused Pat Maroon's goal. And the reason being is because
the game-winning goal at the end.
If you saw the goal, he was in front of the net, and Maroon kind of gave him a little shove, and he went down, and then Maroon got the puck, went around the net, and scored. Now, here's what they're saying. They're saying that because of his previous dives, that the refs either did one of 2 things. Thought he was the boy that cried wolf and didn't really dive, or saw him go down and said, he's probably diving again, to hell with it.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
What is he, Greg Louganis with the diving? Oh, my God, that is perfect.
Put him in the box for being Greg Louganis.
Oh, that is perfect.
Yep.
Absolute farce.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why he's the best.
Yeah. He says that he's not that kind of player. I don't know if you saw a statement from him. He crossed at me hard. I wasn't expecting him to come hard again. I'm not that kind of player. There's nothing I can change anymore or affect. What happened yesterday, I'm already focusing on tomorrow. That's his way of saying, can we all move on? I look stupid.
Don't look at me.
So other games around the league last night. The Columbus Blue Jackets beat the Boston Bruins 2-1. They're up 2-1 in that series.
Well,
and
I'd like to see Columbus win.
Mm-hmm. If I believe, and Jeff, you could check me on this. I believe if Columbus or Carolina comes out of the East and the Blues come out of the West, the Blues have home ice, which would be awesome. for the Stanley Cup Finals. The late game had the Sharks beating the Avalanche of Colorado. They take a 2-1 series lead in that. Tonight, the Islanders and Hurricanes play Game 6. Carolina attempting to go up 3-0 in that series, and then the Blues game is on after that. So. Adam Wainwright seems to have found his groove. He struck out 5 in just over 6 innings of work last night. Cardinals continue to pick up wins. 3-2 win over the Nationals. Tonight, Cardinals and Nationals continue their series.
Boys.
First pitch scheduled for 6 o'clock. Miles Michaelis gets the start for the Cardinals, and St. Louis native Max Scherzer goes for the Nationals. CC Sabathia, props to him, 7th MLB player to reach 3,000 career strikeouts, 38 years old, and he
This
started.
is it for him, isn't it?
I think he said, didn't he, at the beginning of this year? He said, "I'm done after this." I'm almost positive he said that.
He's a Hall of Famer, isn't he?
He's the first since 2008 to do it, and John Smoltz.
Is he a Hall of
was one
Famer?
them.
What are we talking about? I'm sorry, I was looking up the
CC
thing.
Sabathia.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
King
I
Scott,
guess-
what do you think? CC Sabathia, he's a baseball guy. Yeah, thumbs up.
I wouldn't argue against it. I just don't know well enough to.
Who knew King Scott is super into baseball?
Crazy into I mentioned baseball to him just casually talking on Thursday of last week, and he just went on like a rant about baseball.
He's so into baseball and his virginity. It's amazing.
Yes, those are the two things he's very passionate about.
He really.
They go hand in hand.
So Nationals current reliever and former Cardinals closer Trevor Rosenthal, he had a rough start. I don't know if you guys remember, he gave up 12 runs on 7 hits and 9 walks with 3 strikeouts in just 3 innings of work. Didn't record a single out until his 5th appearance, okay? He gave up runs in 6 of 7 of his appearances. He's got a 1-year, $7 million contract that he signed in November, and he's headed to extended spring training to work on himself.
Ooh, extended spring training. Yikes.
Never good. Or were you, Tony, going back to the hockey and the? I'm sorry, I thought you were done with that.
I was just going to say he was placed on the 10-day injured list due to a quote viral infection, but all the people are saying, yeah, it's something's wrong with his head.
Carolina ended with 99 points, and so did the Blues. So I guess it would be head-to-head then?
Yeah, and I think it's us.
Okay.
So, and what about Columbus?
Columbus with 98.
Yeah, so
we don't have to worry about them.
Brock Lesnar. A lot of people thought when he dropped the belt at WrestleMania that he was going to go to UFC and fight for the heavyweight belt there. He told Dana White yesterday he's done, retired. He is not fighting MMA anymore. So they're assuming that he's going to keep wrestling, but nobody really knows. So he is done with UFC. He was literally they were saying it was going to be him versus Cormier for the belt, like in August. That was the fight. But he said no, he's done. He's retired from MMA. Unless this is just a show. But
You see that guy fight at MMA stuff? Man, it's
it's awesome.
It's good fights.
Yep. Anyone a fan of ESPN the magazine?
I used to
Jeff
be back
likes
in
the body
day.
issue.
I do.
When I was in college, like me and my 2 roommates all went in, and that's one thing we got, and it sat in the bathroom, and that was the magazine. Like ESPN the magazine
Yeah,
was
I got
awesome.
that as a gift for I think a handful of years in a row. I thought it was great.
Well, you might be
That
upset
come with
because
the football phone?
No, that's Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated.
That's Sports Illustrated.
No, that came with like a nice fleece pullover
Yeah.
one year. I remember selling that at a garage sale.
Cool.
They just announced that the last
Remember
hard copy
donating that.
of the magazine will be printed in September.
Wow.
Done.
Oh, that's it?
Yep. They say that online is the way to go, and they'll no longer be putting out the magazine.
Online, huh?
Shocking, right?
Boy, they are ahead of the curve.
And finally here, running back Jamal Charles. He played with the Jaguars in 2 games last season. Spent most of his career with the Kansas City Chiefs. He's announcing his retirement. Signed a 1-day contract. He will retire as a Chief. He is one of the NFL's all-time leaders in yards per carry, 5.375 yards per carry. The only other person is a Hall of Famer named Marion Motley, who did that for the Browns. He was at 5.70 yards per carry.
Jamal Charles was good.
Yep. I'm Patrico. That's your sports, being brought to you by Amco Ranger Pest Control, protecting people and property from pests since 1965. Boom goes the dynamite.
You say they announced who's on the cover of the new Madden?
Oh, yeah.
It's not Jeff Burton.
Yeah.
It's
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Good.
So expect him to be hurt week 3.
Go Chiefs. Hey, yeah.
It's the curse.
is going to be broken.
The curse.
Brought to you by Moritz Royce Jewelry, the exclusive jeweler of The Riz Show.
So today's headline news story comes to us from Bozeman, Montana.
Bozeman is lovely.
Bozeman, I hear, is lovely.
Bozemanites, yeah.
Every good pervert knows if you're going to get it on in a public pool, you've got to find a hot tub. This is about the opposite of that. A 37-year-old guy named Aaron Miller and his 33-year-old girlfriend, Dawn Klein, were at a hot springs resort last Friday night, and they decided to start doing stuff to each other in the pool. The kiddie pool.
Oh boy. We've now got an issue, guys.
While kids were swimming in it.
Oh, no.
Goodness.
So hoosh. Somebody called the cops, and they pulled over Aaron and Dawn as they were leaving. Aaron tried to say they were just stretching. Just stretching.
That's the best. We were just stretching.
But Dawn admitting they were, quote, dry humping. But 5 witnesses said they were having actual sex. And the surveillance footage backed that up. So they're both now facing felony charges for indecent exposure in the kiddie pool, huh?
That's a new one.
So you go from Bozeman, Montana. Aaron Miller, Don Klein. You are today's Headline News. All right, 9:27 on this Wednesday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
You're the worst.
Coming at you. We'll see your dad tomorrow.
Yeah, thank God. Your point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert.com. Right now, nothing to report. All major roadways are currently clear. Your point forecast today, more rain and thunderstorms. Highs just under 80 tonight. Rain and thunderstorms. Low's going to be right around 60. Right now, it is 66 at the Point Studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
So with tonight's Blues game being in Dallas, that means Hot Shots, there is an official Blues Bash playoff party, Hot Shots O'Fallon, Illinois, tonight.
That is a fantastic idea to do because there's the whole thing of, do you want to sit at home, have your gross friends over, watch your little TV, have to clean up? Or there's the go to Hot Shots, and by the way, Louie's going to be around, the Blue Crew will be around. Your official partners with the St. Louis Blues, you can get away with this sort of thing.
And that's at Hot Shots O'Fallon, Illinois, tonight. And your chance to win a pair of playoff tickets for a future game at the party tonight. Great prizes, great specials on Jack Daniels and Blue Bombs and Blue Sampler apps are at the game.
Oh, their food there too. I mean, just fantastic food. And along with all these specials, this is the Hot Shots is the place that, man, you got a great menu of food. Do you rest on your laurels? No, you're constantly changing up the menu, and the food there is fantastic. And again, now they've partners up with the Blues. Your official Blues Bash playoff location tonight, O'Fallon, Illinois.
Pizza, wings, burgers, cold beer. It's Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Online at hotshotsnet.com. All the games, all the time.
So we continuously talk about how First Community Credit Union helped King Scott buy his first home, the first-time home buyer's mortgage loan. That's what you took advantage of. We continuously talk about how they put community first. I mean, that's in their name. And they truly have all the technology of a big, huge bank, but they've got that local feel because they are local. And that's exactly one of the things that you continuously talk about how much you love, because when you had questions, they had the answers.
Yeah. And I mean, we've talked about this a million times on the show, investments. And I realized I've been throwing my money away on a nice place, but I was throwing it away. I didn't collect over time. And now I needed to finally invest in something so I could have a return later in life. And it wouldn't be possible without First Community. It was such a simple process. And now in a few years, I'll have something worth money, which is great.
And speaking of money, whether it be your auto loan or maybe you just bought a house, you want to do some renovations to it, their home equity line of credit allows you to do that, and allows you to get the money when you need it and pay it back when you can. And this is the best part about it, is that they're there for you all the time, whether it be on social media or going to their website or even going into one of those, a ton of branches in Missouri and Illinois. Some of them open 7 days a week. So go online, find the branch near you, get all the information. You could find them all right there at firstcommunity.com.
Jeff Burton's Sexy Calendar on sale now at 1057thepoint.com. The Sexy Real or Fake Punishment Calendar. Not that many left, so pick one up, pick two up.
Honestly, the star of that calendar is the stuff from Patricia's.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, my gosh.
I saw our old intern, 8-Ball. She got hers out in California.
Yeah, her mom came and picked it up and shipped it out to her. It's pretty funny.
I think she said, best day ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patricia's was responsible for a couple of your outfits for the calendar. I mean, just,
Yeah, if you go get
Magnificent.
a schoolgirl uniform from them, don't go thinking you're going to look as good as me in it. But, give it a try. See what happens.
Sexy outfits, sexy lingerie, men's and women's adult toys, male enhancers, the largest collection of adult DVDs in the area. That is Patricia's. And don't worry about being embarrassed. Trust me, the employees there have heard it all. They're there to help you out. Also, if you're the person planning the bachelor or bachelorette party, think of Patricia's for your party supplies. You got 3 locations, very convenient. St. Peter's at the Cave Springs exit. On Page, 3 miles east of the Westport Plaza. Is that the one you went to?
Yes.
And then at the corner of Grand and Gravois. It is Patricia's. It is where fun and fantasy meet.
The Rizzuto Show.
So I guess the Stanley Cup is making a stop at Ballpark Village today.
I think.
Yeah. It says party starts at 6:30. You can get your picture taken. Don't touch it.
Yeah, is that bad luck?
It's bad luck if you touch it because you didn't win it.
Does that apply to fans too?
During the 100th anniversary, which was in coincided with the Blues 50th anniversary, during the playoffs one year, they had something downtown where it was like the NHL experience where you could call a game, ride a Zamboni, all this stuff, and the cup was there too. So this is not something uncommon.
Is it? I guess it's going to the city with all the playoff teams.
I believe so.
And is it free?
Yeah.
Free
Party
to hang out
begins
with
at
the cup?
6:30. Have a chance to grab a photo with the Stanley Cup until the start of the second period. And if you do get in line for a photo, just remember that touching it is bad luck unless you've won a Stanley Cup in the past.
I'll bet you it's a line.
I would
a line
think
for
so,
that.
yeah. I would.
A very large.
Ah, cool. Free to get in and $5 parking.
I tell you what,
Ballpark
those parties down at Ballpark Village look pretty.
They're fun, dude.
My oldest
cool.
was down there for 2 games ago, I guess it was, or that last game, and she said it was fantastic. It was a great night.
I can't wait till all that construction's done down there.
I hear you. Yeah, phase 2.
That sentence has been uttered in St. Louis for 50 years.
Yeah, but being down at Ballpark Village and being down at the game on Sunday, just to see all the cranes, and even when you're looking out, over the outfield at Busch, there's the big construction cranes and stuff. It's going to look pretty cool.
Sure
when
is.
everything's done. Yeah. I know people were complaining about night games at Busch with the arch not lit up.
Oh, yeah.
It looks kind of lame.
Yeah, we had information about that on the blog yesterday.
Yeah. Why is the arch not lit up? Check out yesterday's blog. It'll tell you why. All right, before we get out of here. Yeah, we got 2 of them, actually. 2 douchebags of the day. From Ohio. A little background, okay? The workers at the Claymont School District in Eastern Ohio, they've been on strike. And many of them have been lining up outside of an elementary school in Uricksville, Ohio, and getting honks from drivers who support them. But that's been a real issue for 29-year-old Bo Cosins and his 25-year-old girlfriend, Rachel Chirac. They live right across the street from the school, and all the noise guys was really getting to them. So they baked a bunch of cookies to give to the striking workers. And they spiked the cookies with laxatives.
You got to be kidding me.
Yummies.
Fortunately, and here's how dumb these 2 are. Fortunately, Bo posted on Facebook his plan. And somebody who was on strike realized the cookies were laced. So thank God none of the striking workers ate the cookies. They just turned them over to the cops. Bo and Rachel, both arrested, both facing felony contamination charges. And by the way, I got audio of them kind of joking about it on Facebook. I got to get to it. Sorry, should have been prepared. Here we go. A couple made
unbelievable
laxative-filled cookies for the striking workers. Here they are laughing about it.
We're going to be humble, and we're going to give them laxative cookies.
5 milligrams each. And it's the Gentle X. So it's going to gently work its way.
Gently work its way through your system. Oh, by the way, we sent them cookies.
What are they possibly facing?
Felony contamination charges, which I don't think that's a joke. So in addition to whatever charges they're facing locally there, they are today's douchebags of the day, and they got to face our punishment.
Mm-hmm. I've got some good ones.
All right. Now, just mind you, these were striking workers, and these two morons.
You got it.
Wanted to sabotage them.
Yeah, I mean, their main concern were people driving by and honking, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you should probably be more concerned about this drive-by that's coming right for you with bullets knocking on your front door.
Well, drive-by douching.
Bet you wish they were honking, don't you? Now they're all rattled about. They're running around the house, so just they left the window open. Just go ahead. You toss cookies to our workers. We toss grenades to you. And these jerks got a problem with vehicles driving by their house. Let's see how they handle a tank. Give it going down the street.
I like how you connected everything there. That was really well done.
Now, Moon, as the son of two teachers.
Yeah.
And you want anything more?
No, I think you guys did.
Do you want to
job.
call it an airstrike just in case?
Well, I mean, listen, you're the boss. Ultimately, I would advise.
Or you want to stick the dogs? Maybe we got a Gatling gun.
The Gatling gun's one of my favorites.
Trying to find the connection since Patrico had such a theme. Let's stick with vehicles. I suppose the
call it an
the
airstrike.
airstrike is the.
All right, we'll take our final break of the morning, come back and wrap it up. Big St. Charles Motorsports, the jackpot of motorcycles, Interstate 70, the Cave Springs exit on the North Service Road. Their website is bigstcharlesmotorsports.com. Programming note, tomorrow's Big St. Charles Motorsports Bike Night has been postponed until next Thursday. There's supposed to be Starms rolling through.
Yeah.
And so it'll be next week, not tomorrow, and still be choosing 4 girls for the Big St. Charles Motorsports 2020 calendar.
What is not rained out is Kawasaki. They got their dream Kawasaki vehicle.
They can't rain out the sales, Jeff.
Good time sales event with Kawasaki happening right now. Low financing, of course, with your Kawasaki's. Great factory incentives with your Kawasaki's. And it is Big St. Charles, so they got a huge selection of the new Kawasaki vehicles that you're going to need there. Whether you're riding track, trail, street, even water, yes, great deals at Big St. Charles.
That's in the big yellow building at Big St. Charles Motorsports. There's the orange building, everything Harley. Yellow building, that's where you find all the sport bikes, the watercraft, and then the Indian motorcycles at Big St. Charles Motorsports. Interstate 70, Cave Springs exit on the North Service Road. They're online at bigstcharlesmotorsports.com, the jackpot of motorcycles.
So you're probably looking at that energy bill from this past month. It was still a little cooler, but especially during those early months of 2019, January, February, March, it's crazy to think how much you spent keeping your house warm. Well, it might be because you got drafty windows. Universal Windows Direct, they are here to make sure that is no longer a problem. They have amazing, beautiful, energy-efficient windows, and they've been doing this for over 15 years. Their windows are going to save you money this summer and next winter. Here's how they do it. It's aerospace technology. Super Spacer is what they call it. And it not only helps keep the window seal longer, but it helps the windows last up to 5 times longer than windows without it. You're going to get the best windows for your home within your budget, and they perform better and last longer. It actually helps reduce the drafts that come in through your home, so it keeps it cooler in the summer, warmer in the winter, and therefore saving you money. For every window you buy, you get the next window for free. There's no limits there, and 0% financing for 36 months. Plus, don't forget about their free installation, and they back it up with a true lifetime warranty. For as long as you own your home and 30 years the next homeowner, you are covered. So call to schedule that free in-home estimate today. All you have to do is call 314-878-0300 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
What you doing for lunch today? How about heading over to Potbelly? Delicious sandwich. Turkey Club roast beef sandwich. Maybe some mac and cheese. Maybe chicken pot pie soup. Maybe that tickles your fancy today. Broccoli cheddar soup. How about loaded baked potato soup? It's all good. How about a salad from Potbelly? Can't go wrong with any of that stuff. Hand-dipped shakes, fresh baked cookies. That's Potbelly. Fresh, fast, and friendly. And they take your time seriously, get you in and out the door in 8 minutes or less. They'll cater if you have an event coming up, office event, sports tournament. If you can't leave the office today, they'll deliver, depending on if you're close to one of the stores. And download that Potbelly app and start earning yourself some sandwich and treat rewards today. Membership has its benefits for sure. And you got 4 locations. Clayton, Creve Coeur on Olive here, right about 100 yards from the studio. St. Charles on First Capitol Drive, and in O'Fallon, Missouri on Highway K. You're going to love it. I guarantee it. It's Potbelly. Feed your smile. Well, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango will be coming in next. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you hit up the blog and podcast if you missed anything at 1057thepoint.com/Riz. Moon, what do we got?
Douchebag of the day, crap on celebrities, news, sports. A couple getting arrested for allegedly doing it in front of kids in hot springs in like the kiddie pool in Bozeman, Montana. And then it's all titled, He Flushed Pawpaw and Gam Gam. Find out why. That's on the blog and the podcast, 1057thepoint.com/Riz.
All right, don't forget Riz Show Night at Swing Around Funtown in Fenton on May the 19th. That's a Sunday. We're taking over that place. It's going to be just Riz Show people. $15, unlimited access to the go-karts, the bumper boats, batting cages, bumper cars, mini golf, indoor playground. Plus, we'll be hanging out, giving away Point Fest tickets every 15 minutes. It's going to be a great evening. Really looking forward to it. Hanging out with the families. Everybody bringing their kiddos?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Big thank you to Justin for dropping off 60 bags of Old Vienna of St. Louis Red Hot Riplet.
Yeah, they're all
chips.
gone already, which is shocking.
You ate them all?
Every single
I
bag.
have had 2 bags already, yes.
You already had 2 bags?
Well, yeah.
Is it a 2-a-day? You're on a 2-a-day habit, huh?
That's not good.
At times. Hey, you just
It's delicious, but not good.
pump your brakes. They're good.
Did you just give him the step-off hand?
He did. He gave me the talk
We
to the
call that
hand.
the hi-hat.
He talked to the hand.
It was the you
Talk
do
to the
you.
hand.
Scott had some too, I think. You know, so
I had
if you
a
guys
bag.
want some, you better get it now.
Yeah, if we're keeping track all the way through, I'm 1 in so far.
What?
That's such a selfish statement. If you guys want some, you better get them now because I'm going to eat all of them. Like, what?
Well, at least he lays it out.
I'm running with a joke, man. You
Lays
want them
it
all,
out.
take them all.
You're not running with the joke,
Yes,
but it's
I am.
reality.
Okay. If you guys want
Go
some
ahead, man.
chips.
Enjoy. I want to see you guys enjoy them.
Well, thanks. It's really nice.
Don't. You're hoping for him to eat all of them, for him to get pissed off and have another fight. That's what
That
you
is
want.
correct.
I wasn't pissed off at all about it.
He just likes to give me.
I like giving him crap, yeah.
Buy those Swing Around Funtown tickets at 1057thepoint.com. Events to tell you about Saturday, Patrico R&R Tires in Fairview Heights starting at noon.
Correct.
And then all heading out to Vices in Redbud at 6 o'clock, Cinco de Rizzo. It's a firefighters benefit thing. It's a concert with Moon and the Teenage Dirtbags beginning at 8. So head on out, Redbud. Vices on Saturday. Tomorrow, John Patrico joins us for the Craigslist Freak of the Week. 3 brand new ads for you. And what else?
We got a good game coming
And
up.
a good game.
We got a good game with my dad coming up tomorrow. It's one for the ages.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
That's tomorrow on The Riz Show. Anything else?
Nah.
That's it.
All right, we'll leave you with a
Boys.
selection from our Team Riz member of the day, shouting out Tyler Schur one more time from Wentzville. And he said, Tom Petty, anything. And I cannot find that song. As a Tom Petty fan, as a Tom Petty, I can't even
Maybe
find
that's
that
in the
song.
new box set that came out.
So I'm just going to play this instead. So we shall see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Hey, it's comedian Nick DiPaolo, and you're